Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready.
Hello! Welcome everybody to another day of StarCraft 2. We have for you today some pretty awesome stuff, of course. We will, first and foremost, we'll have a interview. Interview with Baby Marine and Arog Fire. Put your questions in the chat. Alright. Right. Let me get into the overall interview channel, and then we'll wait for everybody else to appear. And we're gonna go do ourselves a little interview with both Arab Fire and Baby Marine. I hope you guys got your questions in the chat. Hopefully that is not gonna be too much of a problem with the latency. I probably should have put it in there for a little bit earlier on. You know what? Honestly. Come to think about it, I probably should put this in on Twitter as well. Let me actually make a Twitter message right now for the next group, right? Because we do have two other players coming up. I'm not sure if Miguel's doing this either, but you know what? I feel like I should. Anyway, how you all doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic time. Hope you're having a time of your life. And I owe it all just to you. Right then, somebody joins, of course. Didn't happen, luckily for me. Well, they already left again. That could be the possibility as well. I am on streamer mode after all, so I don't really hear everything in the Discord universe. Anyway, let me do a quick message on my Twitter. You know what? Let me do it on the computer. It's easier that way. I don't know why I'm struggling this much. Why do I make myself always... Why do I always make things harder on myself than they have to be, you know? That's what it comes down to. Anyway, busy channel today. That's right. Man, we started off today with a show match series between Patience and Armani. And now we're, afterwards we had, of course, the other games going with the Code Cynical Death. And now the Junior Championship Cup. Hello, Banana. Oh, Miguel. Alright, they left again. They joined for a moment and then they instantly left again. What's up?
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Fine.
You doing good, Mr. Arrockfire?
Yeah.
Yes? Nice.
Okay, so I think we have Baby Marine 2, and it's really exciting because it's the first time you accept to do an interview, Baby Marine. So how are you doing right now before your third semi-finals in this tournament?
I'm pretty excited. I'm so focused now that I can't really talk, but it's okay.
Okay. So I have first question for you, Rockfire. You made 2 times the finals in this tournament, but you never succeed winning one. But Exostriker is not here, Young Yakov is not here. How do you feel right now of your chances to win your first title?
I think I can win it, but it won't be easy. Because firstly maybe Marine and mostly important. I don't know if Gusti or who is gonna win between Gusti and Wannabe Bune, but the twos are really scary. And I
Okay.
think I can lose against them, and I can win.
Okay. We have a lot of viewers already there. Arcfire, do you want to present yourself to them if they don't know you? Like how old are you? Since when do you play StarCraft 2? What race do you play, etc.
So right now I have 13 years old. I play StarCraft 2 since that I have 10 years old, yeah. But I have know the game before at like 6-7 years old. But I really played at like 10 years old.
Okay. Same question for you, Baby Marine.
I'm 14 and I play since I was 8. And I'm like, I play a lot. I liked the game and yeah.
Okay. Kozan, do you have a question for our two young players here?
All right. Yeah, sure. Because we do have a lot of new viewers right here. I was kind of wondering whether or not we could get an answer of what got you into SC2.
I got into ST2 from my brother.
Mhm.
And yeah, I liked a lot the game. First, I was playing for Protoss because I thought that it was the easiest race.
Yeah.
But I started playing other races,
Mhm.
and I liked Terran, so I started playing Terran.
All right. All right. Arrow Fire.
Yeah.
What's got you into StarCraft 2?
So I did not understand this time.
Well, what got you into StarCraft? Like, why did you start
okay.
playing?
It was my brother that was playing StarCraft 2, and I saw the game and I liked it.
All right. You
So,
guys got
I
some
did.
good brothers then.
Yeah.
Were they active in showing you guys the game, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually I think so.
You think so?
Yeah. At first he started coaching me,
Mhm.
but now it's like he doesn't coach me a lot.
Ah, he's too busy. Or is
Yeah,
he
Well,
too
and
good?
Baby Marine is too good for him too.
Mm.
Yeah.
Eggfire, did you get coached by your brother as well?
No, he just showed me the game and he wasn't really good. He was like platinum, so he couldn't really
Arcfire
help me.
brother is not Renault.
All right. So he just kind of told you like, all right, here's the game. Good luck with it, then, or just some small instructions. All right.
Okay, great. Well, thanks, guys. Good luck in the
problem.
semifinals here.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
All right. Always fun having these interviews, guys. I mean, they are children after all. They are rather young. 13 years old and 14 years old. You know what? It's always interesting. It's always interesting to hear from them. We will be having an interview later on as well with Wannabe Bjorn and Ghosty, the 12-year-old Terran player from Belarus, and the, I think it's 13-year-old Zerg, something like that. Around that age. He's from Germany anyway. That's what I do know. And he is from, well, he's playing Zerg. That's another thing I know. So if you have questions for those guys, well, better start thinking about them right now, and we'll try to mix those in that interview as well. And then later on, of course, we will have another interview with the overall champion of tonight, as this is the finals. Well, the finals are coming up anyway. For not right now, of course, we're still doing the semis, but first and foremost are those, and then afterwards we will have the finals for Season 6, AX Junior Championships. Hope you are strapped in. Hope you have all your snacks and supplies, and we're gonna be starting relatively shortly here. There we go. There it is. All right, into the game we go. Baby Marine sounds just like his brother. Can we confirm it's not Rainer on the mic? Does he also hate ketchup on pizza? Man. Oh, that would have been a good one. I'm gonna ask him that later on, actually, in the party chat. Just for you, alright, Triple M? I was kinda slow at seeing that question on the end of the sentence. My bad, my bad. If he moves on, I'll ask him. Or maybe just in between the game, if it doesn't go too bad for him. He's a nice guy, after all. He's a very nice guy. Anyway, let me do the introductions here, because we do have some very talented young folk around. Gonna show us how to play this game. In the bottom right side, we have ourselves a blue Terran player from Team Makers. He's none other than the Italian Baby Marine. On the top left side, we have ourselves a red Protoss fighting for Alpha X. He is Erog Fire. Erog Fire did manage to get himself 2 second places. He wound up in the first season playing against Ghosty, the German Zerg youngster, and actually lost 2-4 in that one. But, you know, in second place in that first season, that's pretty darn cool. Managed to get into the semis on the 4th season. Once again, he got eliminated by Ghosty. So a bit of a rivalry there, and then afterwards he managed one more time to get himself onto the second place finish after going 2-4 versus Exo Striker in those finals. And as Miguel already noted, Exo Striker and, well, Young Yakov isn't here either yet, but I'm not sure if Erog Fire never really met him in the playoffs, or he may have met him in like a 3rd or 4th place match, but anyway. He's doing pretty good now. He's doing pretty good. And Baby Marine, Baby Marine's previous achievements, at least in our cups, right? These kids have won some other stuff as well. Some other notable things that were, well, maybe not win entirely, but got some pretty darn good results and fought against some pretty darn good people. Anyway, in Season 3, Baby Marine managed to get into the semis. He got 1-3 versus Young Yakov, and in Season 5 as well, also the semis. Another 1-3 versus Exo Striker there. But he's definitely been improving compared to the first 2 seasons where he joined in as well. Didn't really get the same results. Now though, definitely just slowly catching up to the rest of the crowd. Improving ever so much every single season. That, I suppose, goes for most of these players here. Anyway, so far in this game, it looks like we're going to have a very standard opening here. We have the Widow Mine opening from Baby Marine. We'll try to get that in the mineral line of the Red Protoss over here. And the Red Protoss Erog Fire is going to go for the Blink opening from that Twilight Council, which is pretty darn standard as well. Alright, so we're gonna have to keep an eye out on this this adept over here. Of course, shading continuously to the opening of the front door here, trying to get a glimpse into what really is happening on the side of this, well, this side of the map here. Ooh, nice catch there by Baby Marine, realizing he will be able to get that kill. Immediately jumps on top of it and shuts that scout down. Not too shabby. So yeah, Erog Fire really didn't get too much information here. Let's see if he's, let's see how well he preps against those Widow Mine drops. Of course, he will have that blink up and rolling in time. It's gonna be available. We'll have to wait and see how much he really gets done with that one. Young Yakov can't play right now because it's 6k MMR limits. Yeah, I think that is... there is a 6k MMR limit. I'm not quite sure if he surpassed that, or if he grew older. I'm not quite 100% sure. Sushi's saying no, it's because he's 16 now. Alright, so yeah, there you go. He actually overgrew the overall age limit. He did turn 16 recently. Oh, bit of a lag spike there, my dear lord. Anyway, however, there will be a big playoffs at the end of the year, of course, where we will tally all the points that everybody has accumulated, and we're going to see all the players that got the most points together. And even if they did turn 16 at that point, we're going to allow them to participate in that tournament as well. If he wants to. If he wants to. We'll invite him to the tournament, and then we're going to see if he, you know, if he still is up at that top ranking. We're going to get him invited, and we'll see how he plays, of course. The same thing applies to some other of the players. I'm not quite sure where Mitillo is right now on that leaderboard. I don't think he really played too much. I think he also turned 16 pretty recently. So he's not here anymore either. Anyway. Well, he also hit 6.1k recently as well. That's pretty darn cool, though. That's impressive. For the young Yakov. I mean, there's a reason why he's been able to pretty much keep most of the players of today away from reaching the championships. Or at least getting the title here. I know that young Yakov beat Baby Marine once, of course, in Season 3. He beat Wannabe Bjorn, the player that we'll be seeing here later on in the next series. He beat him in Season 4 in the semis. 03 and Season 3 as well, actually. 1 to 3. And then we have Ghosty also dying to young Yakov twice in the finals of Season 4. Season 4 and the finals of Season 3. So, just hitting you all up with those statistics. Now I'm pretty much through all my research immediately. He's passed for sure, yeah. You're tracking his MMR, that's nice. That's good to hear. It's good to hear people are keeping tabs on young Yakov there. We need those people, you know. Because at some point he's going to be able to become the new Serral, perhaps, you know. That would be pretty darn epic. Anyway, big engagement here for Baby Marine, trying to get some work on those Widow Mines. Now, actually being protected by the force fields here, that is rather awkward. A lot of those zealots, their AI not really having that fight. And you know what? Baby Marine definitely having a massive amount of units here ready to start going forward. A lot of probes dying as well. At the same time, I think that Widowmine drop came back at it again from the middle here. Being able to get quite a bit of damage dealt. And yeah, there you have that Medevac and the Widowmine just getting killed off. So, you know what? That's a wonderful engagement there for Baby Marine. First and foremost, killing 14 workers, right? That's always a big plus. And then also killing 22 zealots and an adept there. That is absolutely awesome. Now, he's not out of the woodworks just quite yet, of course. There's still the army supply not too far apart. He's in a really good spot, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if he just takes it from now on after another push or two. But, of course, you need to always be careful. The Protoss here might still be able to land a good couple of force fields, start to equalize a little bit, and then get some good targeting going. Maybe a slight little misconnection with a Widowmine or two. And then suddenly, Arrowfire might be finding himself in a pretty darn good, solid position again. We have to remember as well that these players, they're not the most advanced, experienced players that we are kind of used to be seeing on the big screen. Right? They're not players that have been playing for 10 years already. Because that would mean that we're playing when they were 2 years old, some of them. And that would be ridiculous, alright? Please don't tell me a 2-year-old can beat me at StarCraft 2. I know it's possible, just don't tell me, alright? That's good enough for me. Anyway, Zealot is seeing the Liberator moving on by. We'll try to get that sorted. A big drop in the main base is triggering a massive recall from Arrowfire, as we do have the rest of the forces actually coming in right here through the middle. Sees the sentries need to be careful. You know what? Arrowfire doing a pretty darn solid job of shutting all of this down. A big EMP does land, but yeah, if the rest of your forces just can't get there, right, it doesn't matter too much. But now, of course, the sentry's out of energy because of that EMP. Will it be enough here for Baby Marine to push on through? Nice Liberator being set up there as well, helping out with the overall zoning. The Medevacs are quite low on the HP though, so needs to be careful with that one. Ooh, losing the Liberator. Oh, a bit unfortunate there. And, Alright, Storm on the way, as well as the enhanced shockwaves. About the same time when those will finish up. It's always a good sign for the Terran player. And yeah, we still have to remember 66 workers versus 59. Army supply pretty darn equal as well, but as I said before, I mean, a couple of bad trades and things might start to snowball into Eric Fire's favor. These players as much a opponent of themselves perhaps in their own mental state a little bit, right? As their own opponent is, because tensions go high, right? It's a heavy heartbeat. It's not the biggest of tournaments, but I mean, they do have a very good run at it, and they actually have a really good chance of becoming first in this tournament, which is a big deal to these players. I mean, even in those silly little tournaments in the online cups, right? Once you really get going with those, the couple of the first times when that happens, you can feel it in your stomach, man. There's palpitations going all around in your body, and you get quite nervous. And that's without somebody just continuously observing, watching, and broadcasting it over the internet, right? So yeah, try to add that to the mix, and then also being quite young as well. Anyway, we have a big drop with some Widow Mines right over here. Actually, it just picks up the other one. Oh, wanting to get out with both. Just a slight overestimation of what he could get away with that one. On this right side, we have ourselves still the massive army of Baby Marine, just kind of slowly and steadily growing to a ridiculous size. You know what, actually, I'm a bit worried about Eric Fire. He doesn't really have any splash damage just yet, does he? I mean, there's more splash damage in the Terran army than there is in the Protoss army. It's not something you see every day, but let's see if that's going to work out for Eric Fire here. A lovely concave so far. The EMP's landing pretty nice. And there, finally, we have that splash damage. The High Templar coming in, and it looks like it's going to be alright. And well, I was afraid for it a couple of times, but you know what? It's looking more and more likely here. Eric Fire training out very favorably a couple of times, and now suddenly that Protoss army seems to be pretty darn impeccable. Needs to be incredibly careful, of course. Baby Marine could still take this one. He's a little bit short on the medevac numbers here, so he's not as capable of microing backwards and then trying to heal up as he's going backwards. He did get himself a 4th base, so overall losing this base is absolutely fine. Killing off that the War Prism is absolutely massive as well. I don't think, yeah, Eric Fire actually unaware of this base at the top right would not have been surprised if he tried to go for that one. And instead he is committing to this fight over here, and I'm not quite sure if he can take it. SCV's also being pulled. And losing a couple of SCVs here in the return of the entire Protoss army. Not the worst of trades. Could be better, but you know what? He does have another base over here. He still has the orbital command center, so economically speaking, I wouldn't really call Baby Marine out of this one just quite yet. And especially when we take a look at all those mineral patches of Eric Fire. Getting rather low, aren't they? Getting smaller and smaller. Man, I love that visual representation in the game, isn't it? It's kind of nice, right? It's such a tiny thing, but it shows so much. Anyway, yep. What else do we have? It's a great tourney, that's for sure. I love seeing up and coming players. The restriction is still on the Liquipedia page, though. Ah, wait. You just have to be 15 years. Okay, so we changed that. I see. That's really cool to hear. I never knew. I never knew personally. But anyway, coming in again, Baby Marine comes with a vengeance. Wants to take out his opponent here. I mean, after trading out a big portion of that Protoss army. Definitely now in a pretty nice position. Eric Fire, I mean, as soon as he hears, or as soon as he watches the replay, if he ever will, or even the broadcast, right, he's gonna perhaps kind of hit himself on the forehead here, realizing that he didn't know about this other base. The other 3rd base location, it has been being mined from for such a long period of time, and he definitely had the opportunity to shut that all down, and would have been in such a much better position afterwards. Shut down that base, go back to your home, and You know what? Come back again once your army is bigger and more advanced as well. Alright. Like anything. It's a big fight going on, guys. Thought we would have Arrow Fire move backwards, but you know what? Actually, the medevac energy quite low here. Baby Marine is in a bit of trouble here, perhaps. Nice micro backwards stutter stepping. Wants to get that Warp Prism before the Warping finishes. Gets it done. And holy moly, that was a big maneuver there. Just barely getting that Warp Prism there. It was a massive duel, of course, and I could have looked a whole lot different if all those zealots were warped in that situation. And now, Baby Marine once again finding himself in a very comfortable position, right? On those pretty much, well, I'm gonna say 3 base economy because the main and the natural pretty much mined out, right? Would like to see some workers transferring over to that top right base. But yeah, Arrow Fire just basically on this one base, right? A little bit oversaturated there as well. It's not getting that much, even though his worker count is not horrible. He just doesn't have the bases to really provide those probes with a workplace, right? They need a job. They need a job to do. Or else the economy is gonna explode. It's much like our own economy. People need a job. Otherwise they won't be able to buy stuff. Anyway, stim that from Baby Marine. Wants to commit once again. He definitely has the numbers here. Can't afford to stim too much though, of course. Because he doesn't have that many medevacs right now. That's especially medevacs that have energy. Hardly any of those available at the moment. Be careful, but you know, this concave looking pretty solid. And GG is called. There you have it. Baby Marine takes it and secures the first victory here. That's a big motorcycle. I of course live and cast on the on top of the highway, the Dutch highway, one of the busiest in the world. I'm just laughing at the pylons behind mineral lines like depot spam. Is that nice? That Protoss used to be a Terran. No, that Terran used to be a Protoss. You chose the wrong race then. Yep, maybe. Perhaps. I'm not in the lobby here. Interesting. I always forget that Miguel really leaves and starts the next game very quickly. So I can't sit around and look at the pretty victory screen. Being like, alright, he won, congratulations to him, look at this, there's his name in the middle of the screen, ain't it a sight to behold. Yeah, and then suddenly it's like, alright, well, no, I can't get in. Also, Kozen, I think it's a best of 5, right? It is a best of 5, that's right. I probably instinctively made it a best of 3 with the... You know, it's all muscle memory at this point, Sushi. It's all muscle memory. I need to start reacquainting myself to the overall pressing of buttons of best of series, you know? Needs to get back into my system. I can't do everything with muscle memory. Arrow Fire is now 1 game behind. I'm not quite sure if these guys really match that much. I remember that most of the time in the playoffs, it feels like they more so met Exo Striker than each other. But then again, Baby Marine also not really... Well, up until recently, he's been quite consistent in getting into the playoffs. But before then, not always really getting there, which, you know what, is in a way a nice thing to see, as he is, he's definitely growing. He's definitely, well, not just in size, just in capabilities of StarCraft 2 things, right? Okay, alright, lovely. Good job, guys. Good casting. Thank you, Kozen. Thank you, Kozen. Alright, in the top left side, we have ourselves a blue Terran player. He's from Team Makers, the Italian, 14 years of age. Baby Marine. Can he get himself into those finals? He's never been in the finals before. But you know what? This is looking like it might just be his season. In the bottom right side, we have ourselves a red Protoss. He's the Frenchman. The Frenchie? The Frenchman? The Francois? No, wait. Française. How do you call this? I'm not good with French. This is why I quit high school. No. Anyway, it's Arrogfire. My French teacher did absolutely despise me, though. It was no fun for her to try and teach me. I never felt like I had to learn French. It's because I was a reluctant child, not willing to commit to learning a new language because it seems all rather silly. All rather dull. I don't want to go to France. Why would I learn their language? Cousin in the Netherlands? No, I'm in Belgium right now. No, I'm not actually. I'm in America. I won't lie to you. I'm full-fledged American. G. Carey, thank you for that follow, dude. Also Anthony, coming in a little while ago. Much appreciated, guys. Hope you're having yourself a good time with the overall casting and the StarCraft 2 matches being played out in front of you. Also, I'm not sure if he's here, but we did have 2 hours ago a new sub, which was Zodgrod. I don't know, Zodgrod, if you're here right now, but you know what? You deserve a little bit of a shout out. Much appreciated, my man. Much appreciated. And yeah. Alright, so in this game right now... Oh, Tommy, gone. Don't give it away, my man. Don't tell him. It's all my little secret. I'm Russian. There's no denying in it. I know, it's the thick accent really giving me away. But, hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Nada. Alright, so far, it's looking pretty similar as the opening we saw in game number 1, of course. We, once again, going for the reactor on that barracks, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a Widow Mine being added into the production tab here. Oh, it's a Hellion! Oh boy, this is nice. This is pretty darn cool. He did get inside of the base here, it looks like, with just the SCV. Did he skip the Reaper? Oh, okay, he kept the Reaper at home. I see how it is. I guess he didn't really stay at home. He did try to go across the map, but it looks like the Adapt did push him back across the map here. Anyway, we're seeing the Blink upgrade coming out now. So the Netherlands could nearly be called the Small Korea. Maybe. You know what? I am Korean, actually. I've hidden it for so long, and now I think, you know what? It's time to face the facts. It's time to face the music. And just kind of admit it to you guys. I don't know why I was lying. It seems rather silly, doesn't it? Trying to lie about my nationality. I don't know why somebody would have to do that. Anyway, yeah. There you go. Banshee play. Gonna be part of this one, this game number 2. I like the Banshees, definitely a nice addition into the mix. Baby Marine really showing his overall strengths here as a player, mixing in multiple overall strategies. Arrogfire, he's, well, I mean, not to blame him. This is, of course, the most standard of standard things that pretty much most of his Protoss peers do as well anyway, right? So, and it's more of a... Well, more of a Terran thing in any way, right? To start mixing up your build, try these units and those units, make it look like something else, and then suddenly a Banshee is in the mineral line somewhere. At least in the TVP matchup. Maybe not so in the TVP or the TVZ matchup, but in the PVT matchup, it's pretty darn close. Actually, Dutch accent is really similar to the Russian. Right, well, I wouldn't know. I don't know how to do a Dutch accent, so I wouldn't know. Anyway, you once thought Loco was Russian. You must be American, Tommy Gun. No offense, but you must be American as well. Anyway, the Banshees overall right now not really getting too much done. I think he even lost the one in the yeah, he even lost the one over there. I mean, I can understand why he's rather busy here with all these stalkers in his main base. Definitely a problem. The bunker at the, well, natural is still staying up, but want to really see that other bunker being constructed as well. There's no more Marines on the low grounds here. Baby Marine really getting everything together. Wants to hold on here, but it's not looking good. Arrow fire with the Blink Stalker build on the map. That probably facilitates the best terrain for the Blink Stalker build. Definitely making good use out of this one. And Arrow fire, you know what? I fancy his odds right now, don't you? Quite far ahead in the supply, and it's going to be a hard ask to really have Baby Marine come back in this one. I think we're going to go tie up the series here and have a, you know, he's holding on, he's still trying. Got to commend the fighting spirit of the young Italian man. But yeah, of course, we can see everything, right? We can see the work accounts of both these players, so we can kind of see. Alright, yeah, he scans, sees the third base, and now he realizes, alright, that's not gonna help. That's not gonna help me. I'm just gonna save my energy and move on through to the third map, and maybe that one is gonna be a little bit more favored for me. Alpha X also shows some ATL games. Alpha Team League, you mean? Yeah, we do some Alpha Team Leagues now and again. I think most of those are on the B channel, though. We have a second channel, which is Alpha X... no, wait, Alpha B SC2, sorry. I always think it's Alpha X B BC2, but that doesn't make sense. It's Alpha B SC2. Inch Maniac, that's a really cool emote, actually. Where does that come from? Huh. Awesome. Anyway. Tommy Gun is Russian. Ah, wait, what? You are Russian? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Alright, well then you should know better. You should know better. Actually, well, I guess it kind of sounds a little bit similar. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. You'll take it as a compliment? Alright. Alright, nice, nice. That's good. Alright, I made a fool of myself, didn't I? Anyway, we're moving on through to the next map. The score is 1-1 in this best of 5. Both players still need to take 2 maps here in order to move on through to that ever so beloved finals. Here we go, guys. Let me just update the score and bring you guys into the mix. Here we have him, the Italian from Team Makers, the blue Terran. He is Baby Marine. In the top right side, we have ourselves a red Protoss fighting for Alpha X. He is the Frenchman, Arrow of Fire. Don't get too close. He's fire. He's literal fire. What does Arog actually mean? Is that a French thing? Is that a place in France? Is it a French name? Arog? I don't know. Is it one of those things that when you were younger you were trying to spell something completely different, like aggro fire or something? And then you just kind of stuck around with it. I actually had a friend. His name was, well, he wanted to write pineapple. Oh, no, sorry, pineapple. But then he forgot the E in his name. And ever since, he became Pineapple. Like, for his eternity, we just all called him Pineapple. And then afterwards, he changed his name to Winter. Not the Winter StarCraft, the big streamer, but the other guy. It's a Swedish guy that, you know, he was pretty good at the game. He was a Zerg. I think he got picked up by some team, moved to a team house for a moment, and that's all. But I guess you just show your own games, right? Yeah, we do mostly show our own games, yeah. We, I mean, we have a big Discord community, so if you are looking for people to cast your games, you can just join the Discords. And then I believe people have the right to use the @casters tag. Otherwise, the casters actually do have their own tag for casters, and you can always ask any caster there to cast something for you, dude. It's no problem. Just come hang out. And then they also all have their own streams, of course, as well. Some a bit more famous than others. But yeah, all right. Anyway, Twilight Council here on the way for Arog Fire. I'm gonna stick to the true and well-known way, and We're having Baby Marine going up to the triple Rex right now. Sushi is your favorite memer. I don't think Sushi memes though. I really don't. I think he's all business all the time. So I think you might be confusing him with somebody else. You might be confusing him with the streamer Sushi Dragon, right? That could be the case. I did that at one point. He didn't appreciate it, but hey, you know, it's all water under the bridge right now, and I never mention it anymore, so I'm sure it's fine. Anyway. Bunker coming up here for Baby Marine. A safety bunker, always a welcome sight to behold as a fellow Terran. Provides himself with safety for the SCVs. The Adept, of course, can still be rather bothersome. Get himself behind the mineral line here. Wouldn't be too surprised if he does so, but you know what? With the amount of Marines here and the Reaper all coming back as well, would be surprised if he really goes for it. And here we go again. You know what? Baby Marine seeing that shade out into the distance, realizing he has another shot at just killing this Adept straight out. Unfortunately, though, Arrow Fire. Well, I'd say unfortunately, but you know what? Maybe fortunately, Arrow Fire finding a way to get away with that Adept right there. 2 more gateways and a 3rd base for Arrow Fire. Also already gonna come down. He is still going up to the 4 gateways though with the blink, so he might still decide to get like the Swedish winter that lived in Japan. Yeah, that's him. That's right. I used to be on a team with him. And I used to do a lot of 1v1s with him when he was still a little bit worse at the game, and I still managed to beat him sometimes. And then ultimately he just kept playing, you know, and I was like, ha ha ha! I like to watch movies and do other things. And then yeah, he just skyrocketed above me. What makes this a junior championships? Well, sir, let me tell you, all these players are below the age of 15. We used to have the rule as well that they would be below the MMR of 6k. But yeah, every single one of them. Baby Marine, for example, a 14-year-old Italian. Arrow Fire, believe it or not, he's a 13-year-old Frenchman. That is 7.12k MMR on the ladder right here. And that's it's starting to show pretty heavily. As these Stalkers, you know what, with this blinking after all these Marines, getting quite a good couple of kills. So yeah, all these guys that we'll be seeing here today are youngster players. They are the junior players of the scene. Might be the grassroots, might be the new Cyril on the block, might be the new Rainer on the block. We literally have Rainer's brother actually in this show match right here. Baby Marine is in fact Rainer's little brother, and we just heard as well that Rainer actually kind of coached Baby Marine at the start when he started playing. Arrow Fire also having a brother helping him out with coaching and stuff a little bit, but he was only platinum, so he was kind of like, yeah, but he didn't really coach me because he was kind of bad at the game. Like so many of us. I feel so close to Arrow Fire's brother. Anyway, I never had a little brother that was a prodigy at StarCraft though. Anywho, comes in, snipes of a reactor, and we'll be able to get out with 3 of those Stalkers as well. It's an okay trade, not the worst. It's gonna delay those Widow Mines overall, I suppose. And what else do we have happening? We are getting ourselves the charge upgrades, quite a few more gateways being added into the mix to prep for that 3 base economy. It's gonna be roaring pretty darn soon here. Get quite a bit of money extra into the bank. Baby Marine is doing pretty good as well, just kind of holding back these Stalkers, right? Even though there were only like 5 of them, he took most of them out, and you know, I kind of safeguarded most everything in his base. I'm a bit concerned, of course. He did try to commit with those 3 barracks very early on. Didn't really get anything done, but you know what? He kind of stabilized in a way, right? So let's hope that he will be able to get some more stabilization going and maybe get a couple of worker kills, get himself back into this game here. We'll have to wait and see. Arrow Fire, though, looking pretty darn solid so far. 7.12, yes. Right, was it 7.200? I don't know anymore. Alright, definitely getting a lot of work and damage dealt here. Arrowfire is sending a couple of zealots across the map. Doesn't want to commit his entire force to the drop, as he kind of understands that it's very likely that there is another attack coming in here. Reading that situation very nicely. We'll be able to push that away as well as the Widowmine, well, the overall drop. Losing 5 workers, yes. Kind of, you know, giving Baby Marine perhaps a little bit more breathing room. We'll have to wait and see here. Ooh, this is nice. British, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but you want to see Ghosty win a final, so please no Arrowfire. Well, I mean, Ghosty beat Arrowfire in the first finals of this tournament, so I'm not sure where that is going to be put on the overall thingamajigs, but hey. Might skew your perspective there a little bit. Alright. Now, we do have ourselves a couple of zealots, once again, being rather annoying. Pesky little zealot boys, aren't they? Ghost being added into the mix as well. Ooh, these medevacts. Nice pull away there by Baby Marine, not losing any of those. Arrowfire, he has a pretty potent force. He's very committed to the gateway attack right now. Would like to see him, you know what, he does have those High Templars though already, so that's pretty darn solid. A big stim there from Baby Marine might cost him a bit of that energy on the medevacts. Doesn't have too much remaining anymore, but we'll have to wait and see. Those storms might need quite a bit of energy to get healed through. Oh my dear lord, those force fields are absolutely disgusting. And the storms behind there as well. That is a big cleanup there. Baby Marine committing to an area where perhaps he didn't really want to commit at that point in time. Of course, we could see it with the with the omnipotent sense of things, but yeah. It's hard to sometimes really read into those situations. It requires a lot of experience to realize, alright, well, he probably should have a bit of AoE damage at this point in time in the game. Kind of was at the edge, right? Does he have it? Doesn't he have it? And even I had to look there for a moment to really see all the High Templar and stuff. Anyway, Arrowfire coming across the map right now is putting quite a lot of hurt on the economy, first and foremost of Baby Marine, but also all his forces are dying here. Big blink towards the bottom, trying not to get himself walked into Widowmines here until the favor is so far in his, well, the odds are so far in his favor that it doesn't matter too much anymore. And you know what, he's definitely getting there. The EMPs are pretty darn good, but that's just a little bit too much Brodos. Widowmines, no, okay, not gonna get it here. Baby Marine in a lot of trouble. The supplies don't ever lie. And there we have it, another GG. That means we're gonna go into match point here for Arrowfire, setting himself up on a 2-1 series here. Ghosty, wanna be beyond? Yeah, those will be played after this one. And then we're gonna go into the finals, which will be a best of 7. But first we get to see Baby Marine versus Arrowfire. Arrowfire is a lovely little French guy versus the lovely little Italian boy. I guess I could call him a guy as well, that would make it fair. Around the same age group, right? Anyway. Scunyo, thank you for that follow. L-E-O, hell. I'm so used to saying E-L-O, hell. Thank you all for those follows, very much appreciated. I think also, Jikari, did I already give you a shout out? Anthony, did I already give you a shout out? I don't know. Anyway, it's so appreciated. Thank you for joining in, dropping by, and having a good time with us and the Junior Championships. Damn, these skits are better than me. They're better than most people, I'd say. I mean, if you look into it, right, their MMR status overall, I think it's like in the top 1% of overall StarCraft 2 players, right? People that play semi-regularly or even regularly. Like, it's quite something. It is quite something. Darth Dabs, thank you for that follow as well. You the man, Darth Dabs. Please don't use your Sith powers on me. Because they are rather scary. Let me just get the score right before I bring you guys in and show that I actually do mess up the score now and again. Baby Marine is indeed the little Italian in the top right side. The Terran player. He's blue. He's from Team Makers. Dabu T, he's Baby Marine. In the bottom left side we have ourselves a red Protoss. He's none other than the Frenchman fighting for Alpha X. He is Erog Fire. Kosandstra. Oh, damn. Man, I wish that was my name. A fitting Dutch name. Thank you, thank you. Even though I am of all ethnicities of the world. Sorry, that's my my Korean coming through there. We don't have the end in Korean. Yes, so I mean we are looking for, well, match points I suppose for Erog Fire. He's being cheered on by his buddy, the other Alpha X youngster from Russia, Exo Striker, in the chat. Another Protoss. I hear that a lot of these guys as well, like, I mean, yes, they are competitors in this overall tournament, but they also are their main competitors, right? So, a fun thing that I read in the interview as well, which kind of made me think, like, these guys, right, once they grow up a little bit, and they start going to conventions and stuff like that, right? They're gonna be like this group of friends that has already established itself, being like, or you know, already really getting to know each other, already really being familiar with each other's playstyle. They've already been playing tournaments together, getting the opportunity to see which one is the best of the young ones, right? The juniors that are around right now, kind of getting a totem pole in a way, right, of overall skill levels and such. And it's just very reminiscent of like stuff where you see Home Story Cup or something like that, right? With all those pro players on the couch and they've already known each other for such a long time. The code X... Oh, nice! Thank you so much for telling me. That's really good to hear. The code for the match arena has been used up, guys. You can still get other stuff there. There's still some quests, I believe, to be done. So if you still want to help out the Junior Cup, go check it out right over there. You will be adding money into the prize pool. If you want to help out the overall tournament and organization, keep it rolling, then we do have a Patreon specifically for the Alpha X Junior Cup as well. So if you want to support this tournament in particular, you want to have this continue onwards for as long as eternity, that's the place to try and get that sorted out. There's quite a lot of stuff happening here, isn't there? Jeez Louise. An Adept dying, it looks like, and a Reaper dying. The Reaper getting a couple more kills, though, so that's always nice. Guys, help me understand what team here. Same play. Am I right? Yes. Exactly. Ghosty and Wannabe Bjorn will be played here. All you gotta do is stay vigilant and keep your eyes fixed upon that screen. You will have yourself a lovely time watching Ghosty versus Wannabe Bjorn. Wannabe Bjorn. Alright then, we're making ourselves a starport over here as well, with a tech lab right next to that other barracks. Looking pretty darn solid. He's trying to get himself some Withermine droppage delivered towards the back side of the Red Protoss over. Alright, I'm gonna try not to do that. How close was that to an actual American accent? Like a southern American country accent. I don't know, something like that. I tried my best there for a moment. Keep things interesting for me, you know. Keep me sharp. Anyway, Blink also once again being constructed here for Arrowfire. You know what? You can't blame the man. Yes, he's doing the same strategy, but I mean, it's working first and foremost. And if you're looking for inspiration as a Protoss versus Terran right now, this is what you're gonna find. And then there's like variation with like, alright, I go with this amount of gateways, or I go with this amount of gateways, right? With this amount of gateways, I'd be this aggressive, and I want to do this much damage. With this amount of gateways, I mostly just try not to lose my Stalkers, and play it casual, play defensive, and do it that way. Alright. Oh, Baby Marine moving backwards here. I'm gonna start going back and forth. Doesn't want to overcommit when there's no probes just there yet. Doesn't want to give it away on the mini-map either, right? With this pylon being here, is going to be able to see it. Oh my god, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Okay, scoots on by. Did Arrowfire actually see this, though? I'm not quite sure. He's busy in his main base making those gateways, so I think this is something else. Why does the Patreon not show up? Sushi, please help us. Help us out. Somebody wants to actually use... Oh my dear lord. That is massive. Massifino. Arrowfire, though, is like, alright, well, you do damage to me. I'm going to try to do the same to you. Moving across the map here with those Stalkers. I'm sure... There we go. Thank you, Sushi. Thank you. Apprecianos. In the words of the Italian player right here. What is this accent called? I don't know. I don't know. It's my actual accent when I don't try to sound Dutch. You know, I'm actively always trying to pretend to be Dutch, because that's where all the great casters come from, right? So, just trying to fit in, actually. Man, I cannot believe, you know what, Baby Marine has been growing this much overall in this scene, right? I mean, he must have a lot of pressure, just, you know what, having his brother around, right? A lot of people just continuously asking, like, alright, are you gonna beat your brother already? Is it time for you to beat your brother, Raynor? Huh? But, oh man, I mean, how cool is that idea overall, though, right? Having two brothers from a country that doesn't really have any other big esports for StarCraft 2 going for them. Just kind of meeting each other in a big finals, right? Of some sort of a big... Oh my god, those force fields. Those force fields are rather disgusting. Okay, sorry guys, I had to break the overall idea there for a moment, as this entire army of Baby Marine kind of gets squished out there. It kind of got popped like a pimple. A bit unfortunate, not what you want to see. And now, you know what, Arrowfire might have the opportunity to counterattack. You know, I think he definitely does. Look at that army supply. That siege tank needs to get into siege mode right the hell now. I like its positioning. I like the positioning of the Widowmines as well. Nice spread out. Two more coming in. Great use of that supply depot at the mineral fields. Will not be blindsided there. At least not for free. At the cost of one supply depot. Alright, here we go. Arrowfire definitely committing right now. A lot of Blink Stalkers blinking forwards. Do get hit by that one Widowmine there on the side. The Zealot's still kind of clumped up, but you know what? Taking out a lot of the Widowmines here before they actually get to shoot. Oh boy, this has got to be quite a bit of micro coming out of Baby Marine here. Needs to set up shop in between the two gases here. A lot of his units now stuck behind the force field still. But you know what? He's doing alright. He's making... Oh dear lord. Is he going to hold on? I'm not quite 100% positive. That final warp in here for Arrowfire. Definitely doing quite something. And remember... I mean, this is the final chance of Baby Marine, right? He needs to win 2 games in a row. If he loses this one, he's out. He's out once again in the semis without getting into the finals. And man, how much I would love to see this kid in the finals right here, right now. He's been trying so hard. Of course, Arrowfire as well, but I mean, he's had his he had his time to shine a couple of times. But you know what? He got second place. He never got first place though. So if he does get into the finals, I feel like he needs to win the entire thing, because he did keep Baby Marine from moving on up into the ladder a little bit further on. But we'll have to wait and see. Probably maybe a bit too much asking from these guys here. I know they can't hear me, but you know what? A man can hope. Right, I think. Oh, I think that might be a bit too much damage there being taken. Those SCVs gonna get quite nastily handled by those zealots right there. Alright, well then, I mean, this is definitely trouble for Baby Marine. His work account not really what it used to be. Recovering from this financially might not be possible. We'll have to wait and see. He's making a Viking, I like that, so would have been able to kill off that Warp Prism here. You know, it's still going to be useful later on if he really wants to. That Warp Prism is not going to go away, so... Alright, it's still around. And if you kill it during the fight with that one Viking, even though he cancelled it, right? But you still would be able to shut down the overall attack so much more easy, right? Imagine that other entire fight that we had over here, and then... I mean, how many gateways do we have? We have 10 gateways, right? A casual 10. So let's say he had 8 at the time. I mean, 2 warping rounds definitely occurred during that fight. So if he managed to stop 2 warping rounds, that's like, what, 16, 20 some units that are just not in that fight? That fight looks entirely different, right? There's nothing really that Baby Marine loses too much of then at that moment in time. Takes a wonderful trade. And would have had a marvelous situation where he may have been able to counterattack. Now, though, this might be trouble again here for the Italian Terran. As Arrowfire once again comfortably moving across the map here, very steadily and full of confidence. Try and split up here a little bit. Oh, those Widow Mines getting marvelous connections here. We need to see pretty good EMPs. Nice micro there from the bios. Moving in between these little chokeholds. But at the same time, the... wait, was that the Warp Prism getting sniped there? Or was it just no Warp Prism around? What? Yeah, must have gotten sniped. I mean, 3 High Templar getting killed. Only a single one remains after that. And now... all 4 of them are gone, so yeah, that's a marvelous snipe there by Baby Marine. And that definitely holds, keeps him into, keeps him hanging on to this base and his chances in this tournament. Rockfire does have a 4th base though, but Baby Marine flying his over as well. What do we have over here, upgrade-wise? Yeah, that could be a problem as well, right? Arrowfire doing a marvelous job at keeping these upgrades rolling. Already going up to +3 attack. +2 is on the way though for Baby Marine, but it looks like he had to cut out some corners here to squeeze out a couple of more units. And see if he will be able to get himself a favorable trade on this side of the map as well. Killing off the Warp Prism here doesn't have as much of an advantage, of course, as it will have on your own side of the map. Since you just won't, you won't shut down the reinforcements, right? Immediately because of that. Alright, well, Arrowfire once again getting aggressive. Let's keep an eye out for that Warp Prism this time around. Oh, those EMPs landing pretty nicely here. The supply depot that was blocking the entrance towards the natural here has been taken care of as well. So those zealots will be able to start being aggressive on top of that mineral line here. Quite a good amount of forces actually being pulled away from the main army now. That could spell trouble for the Italian Terran. No, it is still nice and careful. Doesn't... Ooh, good EMP on the Warp Prism. It goes down so incredibly quickly if you are not careful. And there it goes down again. Once more, Arrowfire just losing that Warp Prism. Very unfortunate, of course, but lovely snipe that by Baby Marine. That was once more with a ton of High Templar in there. And yes, they do keep you from getting EMP'd, but at the same time, that is also quite a troublesome troublesome occurrence if your War Prism gets sniped a couple of times, right? It definitely could bring Baby Marine into this one, and now pushing across on the front doorstep of Arrowfire, like the spreading out of his units here, doing a wonderful job, getting another War Prism here. The High Templar right behind the forces of Arrowfire. Will they be able to get some storms off, or will the EMPs be too good here? We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Baby Marine trying to lure him into those Widow Mines, and those actually were some pretty darn solid connections there. Is not looking for the complete victory just yet. Is moving backwards. He's gonna macro up some more. Getting himself another base. Needs to be careful. Those medevacs are expensive. They cost a lot of money. Oh, careful as well, of course. The High Templar are always an everlasting threat. Did rebuild that supply depot there as well, so a bit more difficult for Arrowfire to get the run by to occur, which is what we're seeing right here actually happening. But thanks to this supply depot being back, he runs into directly the stream of reinforcements, and nicely handled that by Baby Marine. A good attempt, but just not gonna work at this moment in time, unfortunately. From Arrowfire. Arrowfire now in the middle here. Oh, needs to be careful with the with the minimal patches there. Quite difficult. Looked like he almost, for a moment I thought that was Baby Marine source of it. And then I was like, wait, hold up, he doesn't have force fields. Trying to get that Zealot right there. Man, Arrowfire has so many Zealots. Is that going to be enough though? The EMPs are going to be massive if they do commit like this. You know what, actually, I don't like Baby Marine's engagement. That was a little bit slow with the EMPs, and now all the Zealots are right on top of that Bio Ball. And this is looking rather disgusting now. If you don't land those EMPs as you should, that is a lot of trouble. Look at how low those Bio Forces are. We may have the turnaround once again. But no, alright. Arrowfire is just slowly setting himself up again. Not overcommitting, and that gives the medevac some time to regain that energy. And then give back some HP as well to the Bioforces. Man, this is getting rather tight, isn't it? Jeez Louise. Let's take a look at the units lost tab here. I mean, definitely in favor for Baby Marine, but Arrowfire has been, look at that economic advantage that he had for such a long time. It's kind of getting equalized now because Baby Marine set up shop over there as well. But then, I mean, Arrowfire also setting up shop right now there. So, you know what? It's a rough call. The work account looking nice in favor for Baby Marine as well. I still fancy his odds, but he needs to be a little bit more careful with the engagements. Cannot afford to let those Zealots spread out and make it that difficult. Oh my god, Storm on the left side, High Templar. I'm not sure if that's a big mistake, and yes, it is actually. I wasn't sure if that was the plan, or if that was a waypoint, horrendous situation. Waypoint mishap. This is a tricky situation now. 24 workers getting destroyed, and the army of Baby Marine is ever so low on that HP. Almost no energy remaining in those medevacs either. The EMPs, how much do you have left of those? How many? Only 3 ghosts right now. And he's gonna have to push himself up this little ramp against the storm. There it is. And more SCVs die. He's almost right on top of the production right now. And man, oh man, this game got so incredibly close here for the Italian. But it looks like it's just a little bit too much. Arrowfire finally, in the end, getting one really solid engagement after Baby Marine fought himself kind of back onto equal footing. And then Arrowfire just made it snowball into his safe with some nice maneuvering there. And Baby Marine found himself on the wrong side of the ramp. And without much chance here to get this sorted out any longer. GG is called. And that is gonna be a 3-1 victory here for Arrowfire. Right, guys, remember, we're gonna have another interview here coming up. So put those questions in the chat. Put those questions in the chat. Thank you guys for the follows as well. Lennox, Slat, Drozak, Alcon. Much appreciated, guys. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Let me see. Ghosty and Beyond. Let me see. Let me see if I can get some questions from the chat as well. I forgot to do a tweet. I forgot to do a tweet. All right, let me put myself into the interview table. Spoilers, right, right. Well, we need them though. We do need them. Ghosty, do you feel confident after winning last series 2-0? Man. Man, oh man. I'm sorry, I forgot. Looks like we have a bit of a time. I can't time out the broadcaster. I'm not used to casting with delays anymore, alright? It's just Alpha X Junior Cup. Oh man, oh man. Alright, well, I mean, so close to that comeback. Baby Marine, maybe next season, dude. He got really done close once again, getting himself into the semis here. He's starting to become more and more consistent with that one. He got so incredibly close to beating Arrowfire as well. But you know what? Arrowfire also has been practicing. It definitely showed. Looks like he's been doing really well with that overall Blink play. And yeah, we're going to have to give him the victory there. Alright. Both, how did you prepare for your opponents? Alright. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. Alright. Good question there. I'm gonna write that one down. Alright, let me see. How did you prepare? How did you prepare for your opponent? Gonna forget about it otherwise. I'm a mess when it comes to things most of the time. Okay, wanna be Beyond, what's your main inspiration besides Beyond? Alright. Lovely, guys. Lovely. Thank you for helping out. He's on channel 1111. Interesting. Alright, I think they're still trying to get the videos in calling. Ghosty, who is your favorite player and why? I think we already know. I know it used to be Lambo, I believe, right? The German Zerg. I believe it was Lambo, Sushi. I think we've asked that one. But I could ask, is Lambo still your favorite player? We're gonna have such a much longer interview than we had with the other two now, because thanks to you guys. Thanks to you guys. Then again, I'm not sure if they minded that much that it wasn't that long. I know Baby Marine really isn't a big fan of the interviews. Especially the audio interviews. Anyway, waiting for this all to get started. Guys, remember there is a Matcherino page. We already used up all the codes, but there's other stuff on there. I'm pretty sure. Let me actually take a look there with you guys, shall we? Why not? We don't have much else to do, so as soon as my PC decides to start working again. There we go. Right, please go to the right window. Yes, thank you. So yeah, There you have it. There's a Pro Series replays pack, first and foremost, that you can get yourself. There's some nice jerseys and jackets. Let's go to the next one. A hoodie and a tee and a caster tip jar as well. So if you like, I'm doing a good job, that is your way to do. Thank me. Otherwise, the Patreon probably the best way if you want to support the tournaments. If you want to support these players, then buying the replay pack, for example, or buying some gear on this one is a good way to do so. Or just contribute by this button or any of these buttons under here, right? All these quests that you could do, and yeah. I mean, this one's easy, right? If you haven't done this one already, 15 cents to the prize pool, easy money. Easy money. Subscribing to the YouTubes. I mean, Wardy's TV channel? Why wouldn't you, right? Maybe because he makes like 20,000 costs a day. That could be a reason. It's not Lambo? Oh. Are you sure it's not Lambo? I thought it was. I thought I remembered that. I know it was a German Zerg. It could be... Wanna be beyond with an age of 12. You are one of the best youngsters in SC2. Do you think you got a chance to show your skills on some global events after you reach the age of 16? Alright, alright. Does Ghost even remember a different German Zerg than Lambo? I don't. TLO. I mean... TLO used to be big, right? I don't know. TLO, he's a cool guy. He's an awesome guy. He has a lot of wit. Very, very creative, right? It's the common thing. But he did escape to Canada, so... He escaped the European Union. Oh my. Oh my. Guys, I just got a message saying that it looks like Ghosty isn't here. Which is kind of a bummer. Kind of a massive bummer. Right, so Miguel is wanting to do the interview with Wannabe Beyond, and we'll wait to see if Ghosty shows up. Alright, well, let's hope so. Man, that would be a bummer. That would be a massive bummer. Ghosty, one of my favorite people in this tournament. Wait, I do see him online though. No? Isn't this him? Is he just AFK? He may just be watching something else for the moment, or having dinner with his family, right? Young little Ghosty, we need to have dinner right now. He's in menu since an hour. Alright, so yeah, I think Ghosty will be back. I think he will be back. We'll have to wait and see. Wannabe Beyond. I'm worried. I am a little bit worried here. You can call him? Go call him, dudes. Go Call him up. Do it. Do it. Um.
Hey, oh,
Hello, hello.
he was there, right? He just left the channel.
What? Sorry?
He just joined the channel, so I joined it too, and he left.
Ah. Oh, did he? This is a
Yeah.
short interview. I thought you were saying hello to me.
Yeah, well, hello too.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello to you, Miguel. How's it going?
Well,
On that,
fine, fine.
French
I just
stream.
hope, yeah, I just hope Ghosty will show up.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Oh my god, that's gonna be tight. I have somebody in my chat saying he's gonna call him, so that seems positive.
Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
there are some people from his team or his friend, so if they can call him, because if he's not back, well, I'll have to find a sub, but that would be sad. Okay, so I think Wanavian is not here.
Yeah, wanna be beyond. Also, am I?
So yeah, I think we'll just skip this interview sadly because one of the players do not have a. I can say. Oh,
Hmm.
okay. I think he will come.
Yeah. All right. Normally if it's not 3 a.m. He's sleeping if it's not 3 a.m. That's a bit weird. Ah, wanna be beyond.
Hello, Wanavian. Hi.
Hello, hello.
How are you doing? And how do you feel to play against? Well, probably Ghosty if he shows up today.
I think I will good version. I prepare for this match.
Yeah, I actually really do not hear you. Do you hear him, Kozan?
Could you put your microphone a little bit closer to your mouth, if that's possible?
You hear me?
Oh yeah, that's better.
I think I'm good prepared for this match. I think I can win, Ghosty.
You
Okay,
prepared very
great.
much and you think you can win?
Yeah.
Okay.
And who would be your hardest opponent? Would it be Ghosty or then in the finals, Rockfire?
No. I think it will be Ghosty.
Okay. Do you have any question, Kozan, for Wannabe Beyond?
Yeah, actually, I have a couple. Somebody in the chat asked, how did you prepare for your opponents?
I can ask something. I ask Cass, Zipper, Fly, or maybe Creed. They prepare me for my match.
So you had a friend helping you out? Who helped you out?
And of course, I play many other games.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, and then we don't want to delve too deep into that, of course, just yet. Also, somebody asked, well, you are the
About-
12 years old. You are the...
About the
Yeah, sorry.
events, yeah.
Go on.
About the global events, yeah. Is this question or no?
What do you mean?
Question about global events or no?
It's from the chat.
Hmm.
If that's what you mean.
Okay. Say question, please.
All right. Okay, so you are the youngest player in the, well, pretty much in this tournament right now. But yeah, you're still one of the favorites, I'd say, to win this, right? So how do you see your chances to perhaps show your skill in some of the global events once you reach the age of 16?
If C2 don't die,
Fingers crossed.
I think trying to show my skill on global events.
Awesome. Awesome. So as long as it doesn't die, you're just gonna wreck some nerds there as well, eh?
Yeah.
Yes. Lovely. Love to hear it. All right. So,
All right, great.
Hmm.
Well, then I'm just checking if Ghosty do not. Oh, actually, I think Ghosty is here right now because I see him online on Discord. If
Yeah.
he shows up, well, he will play. Else, we'll find a sub that will be able to play. If you play Ghosty when Beyond, do you have a forecast of who would win? What scores do you expect?
Mm, I don't know. 50-50.
Okay. Well, can't wait to see that.
Okay, thank you.
See you.
thank you, dude. Good luck.
Bye
luck.
bye. Maybe we will. Okay. Bye bye.
See you, man. Good luck. All right. Not the greatest of microphones. It was true. It definitely was true. But you know what? It's still nice to hear from the man himself. Coming straight from the mouth of the prodigy of StarCraft 2. Hope you guys caught most of that. I definitely did get some of it. I asked a couple of questions. We don't want to keep them too long, right? Because it does kind of feel a little bit weird. Alright. So, good stuff. Good stuff over there. I heard Miguel say that he did see Ghosty online. I think you guys heard it as well. It just takes you a little bit longer. Oh, Kerwin is here as well now. Look at that, Kerwin. What's up, my dude? How are you feeling today? I can understand. Yeah. But you are yourself, though. Talking, it's hard. Ah, man. It's fine. It's fine. It's just, I don't think your talking was bad. It was mostly your mic, to be fair. I think that was the biggest problem. But even then, you know what? It's still, I would take this over not having that at all, right? Because it does add a whole bunch of just overall fun to the experience, right? We get to know you on a little bit more of a personal level, right? It kind of gets you out there and all of that stuff. You won't pick up phone, call, and Discord is offline as well, so can't help you anymore. Man! Alright, well, I mean, Miguel did say he saw him online, so just hoping that it's gonna come true. Otherwise, we will have to look into just kind of figuring out how we're gonna move this onwards. But man, that would be rough. I hope Ghosty is not mistaken the day here, that he thinks, you know, it's gonna be on Saturday still. We did move it, which we did, I believe already. We decided to move it previous week, right? So maybe that is the reason why that is happening, right? That could be. But otherwise, yeah, I'm not completely sure. It's a shame though, and well, we're gonna let it be decided by Miguel here, the overall admin of the tournament, right? The organizer. It's in pantry right now. He needs to make a decision with it, and we'll have to wait and see what he really goes for, and how long we do wait for Ghosty. Otherwise, we'll just have to unfortunately skip one of the matches here. Mini Bjorn. I like Mini Bjorn, actually. Mini Bjorn is a good one. Thank you, Tommy Gunn, for giving me Mini Bjorn to call him like that. I'm not sure if you came up with it, but if you did, props to you. I'm gonna stick to Mini Bjorn. That's a good one. That's a good one. Alright, yeah. Wait, people are leaving the party? It's hard to be in the loop of things, right? When they're deciding these things in a different language on a different channel. So I'm not quite sure what is happening here, guys. But yeah, Ghosty's still not here. Cohen, a beloved member of the StarCraft 2 family. Look at that. Everyone's always excited. Always excited to see him. Anyway, yeah, it would be definitely a shame to have one of these matches fall out here, but you know what? I mean, if we don't have a player, right? It's kind of difficult to really have it continue. I'm gonna have to talk to Miguel here. Let me send him a message. He's not online, is he? Oh, wait. Okay, Endless will be replacing Ghosty. Oh, okay. I see. Well then. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, so we're going to NA. So we are replacing him. It's been the final verdict. Let me see actually where... Was it Endless? Did he say Endless? I'm not quite sure anymore who he said. Anyway, that does seem like a little bit of a weird one. Having somebody replace in the playoffs, but hey, I mean, I guess it's better than not having anything in that slot, I suppose, right? Right? We'll have more StarCraft, I suppose, right? That's a good thing. Endless TV. All right, let's take a look. Endless TV is a Terran player of 4.1. Alright. Apparently I have a couple of things to open here. Alright, so yeah, that's the verdict right now. So he is US and he's 15. That's what I'm hearing right here. Alright, alright. We're sticking to it. Waiting for these vetoes to take place, and then we'll be moving on into that second best of 5 of today. And of course, we still have a best of 7 also waiting in the works. Sorry guys for the downtime here. Many apologies. Took us a while to really get things sorted. We were kind of hoping that Ghosty would still show up as well. We really tried, but unfortunately, even with CMP EITLYSHT, not really calling him. Well, he was calling him, but not really working out there, unfortunately. Anyway, let's take a look. Hi, hey. Ghosty with the star alerts already and only 13 years old. That's right. That's right. It's like, you guys bring me 2 turkeys bathed in coconut oil, roasted in a New Guinea volcano, for at least 24 hours. On a slow grill. With all the all the best Ingredients. I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird one, guys. Alright, I guess we're gonna just get this started pretty soon. I would assume. Imagine once we start this series and then Ghosty probably is gonna show up, right? He's gonna be like, wait, hold up, guys. I'm here. What happened? What happened? Why do I have 6 missed phone calls? Why did 25 people message me on Discord? Alright, so yeah, we are having a TVT. A TVT which I'm not quite sure how closely stacked this is going to be, but you know what? It's a nice opportunity, I suppose, for Endless, right? A young 15-year-old American. Taking up the reins here for the German Zerg. Trying to get himself into a good position here to, you know what, immediately get the opportunity to basically play in this playoffs already, right? So, right, Mini Björn is in the lobby. And this is in the lobby as well. TVT, here we go. Does still feel weird to me, but alright, here we go. Here we go. Man, that took forever, didn't it? Alright. Alright, finally we have some more StarCraft 2 on the way, guys. Apologies once again for the delay. Unfortunately, a little bit of a miscommunication, I believe, that did take place here. Between the overall timing and stuff for the tournament. That's an oddly specific request, guys. And that's why it is one of those Stardom star alerts, right? You must have thought about this for a while. I just love my turkey. I just love my turkey. Anyway, here we go, guys. The second best of 5 will be taking place here. First map will be Eternal Empire. In the top right side, we have the blue Terran from Belarus. He is wannabe Björn. On the bottom left side, we have his opponent, the substitute Terran. He is none other than the American. He is Endless. Going for a gas first here are both these players. Wouldn't be surprised to see the well, one gas barracks here from at least one of them. Let's wait and see if that prophecy will be coming into fruition here. Well, actually, we do have a second gas over here. Second gas over here, though. Come on, be bold. Be brave. Get yourself that quick early command center. Endless. Yes. Join the greed side. It might actually be happening here. That is cool to see. That is cool to see. Alright, well then. Of course, in TVT, quite a volatile matchup. Can be a bit of a rock, paper, scissors thing in the early parts. I'd say Endless TV here, slightly ahead overall, just because he didn't get that second gas. Right, as long as he doesn't take damage, that is, I suppose. So it does also kind of come down to the micro of those Reapers. But yeah, that second command center coming down very early on for Endless. There's the mule being thrown down as well. Mules falling from the sky. Don't know where they come from, really. It must be like a really big spaceship, right? Filled with Terran just sitting in the sky. And then only if you have enough energy on this building right here. I'm not quite sure what energy really represents either, in a way, right? What kind of energy is there in a building? Is it just trying to farm up solar radiation energy or something like that? I don't even know. And why does he need a... like, you know what? One of those radar dishes to start farming up energy. Are there solar panels on that radar dish? I don't even know. It's a weird structure. It's a weird thing. Now, why, if you do have, like, a massive amount of mules just hanging out in space in a spaceship, and you're at war, why wouldn't you just shoot most of them down immediately to just get a big head start, right? I mean, just throw down 16 right here on top of all these mineral patches. Throw 16 down right here once you have your command center. Is this off-center, actually? It is a little bit. Trying to find the ads button. Nice, nice. Alright, well, I mean, both these players kind of starting up regularly, casual. Don't want to overcommit any units to the other side of the map here. Want to mini Bjorn. Definitely having a, you know, a little bit of an opportunity, of course, where he does have that medevac a lot earlier than Endless will do. He's going to go for the Raven, though. Still relatively early on, so looks like that should be out in time to kind of help out with the situation that's coming across the map right now. 2 Hellions, 2 Reapers, and a Siege Tank, 4 Marines, and a medevac. 4 Siege Tanks. That is right, guys. You hopefully all counted correctly as well. Come count with me these Marines. 2, 1, and 2. That's right, 2 Marines. Great job, guys. Well done. Anyway. The Siege Tank here getting himself in a pretty nifty position. The Raven almost about to be ready. Need to wait a little bit here. Okay, there we go. There's the auto turret. The Siege Tank not in siege mode just yet, so we'll be able to be microed backwards here a little bit. And wannabe Bjorn, oh my dear lord, already dealing quite a significant amount of damage. The one Cyclone on this high ground. Endless would need to get a good look on there onto that Siege Tank. That's exactly what he does. Gets the pick off there. And no pickup from Mini Bjorn. But you know what? Still 13 workers getting killed. The command center in the middle of the sky here. In limbo, as they call it. Purgatory for this orbital command center here. 2 cancels on 2 barracks right now as well. A little bit too close to that Siege Tank would not be able to get finished up there. And a couple of Marines right now trying to whittle down the command center as well. Forcing it further away. You know what? I would keep it in a place where I could keep dibs on it, right? Now you might have to send a Hellion or Marine over to that other location. Mini Bjorn, having set up on the high ground here with that Viking and the 2 Reapers, wants to keep having that high ground vision. Keeping that medevac alive as well. You think it's just a reactor inside the CC, and which accumulates energy and then releases it to call down like mules. Yeah, but why would you need energy on the ground to call in a mule from outer space, right? If anything, the energy should be coming in from space. Or whatever is in space, right? I don't know. I just get kind of upset about some of these things that I feel like could make StarCraft 2 just so much easier for Terrans, alright? 2 nice lock-ons there. Does get one of those Vikings. A 3rd base already being constructed here for Mini Bjorn. Well, there is a 3rd base available for Endless as well, but I mean, he's still kind of stuck on his 1 base economy though. So if we take a look at the overall income graph, yeah, it's not looking pretty right now. Definitely not the case. And Endless, I mean, you have to admire his tenacity here, but my oh my, he needs to come up with some form of a counter here pretty darn soon. Never trust a caster counting or doing math. What does that mean, Sun Lily? You don't believe me with maths? Very insulted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Didn't know I was a caster, alright? I do feel like a mathematicians sometimes. Oh my god, is he gonna get this? He's really committing to it. Maybe a little bit too much. Overextending into the enemy siege tank line. And, well, I mean... Let me think this through. You need to get some work done on when you're endless here, right? What can you get done? Well, I guess he's gonna go for the Liberator. The Liberator seems like a good choice here. We don't have any Vikings available for Mini-Bjorn, so this might actually buy him some breathing room here. I like the Ravens as well, but you know what? Maybe even sending one Raven across the map here in situations like these might be something valuable, right? Because you're kind of stuck right now anyway. You're not gaining value, you're just losing value because... well, your opponent is mining continuously off of multiple bases. And Mini-Bjorn is perfectly comfortable just sitting here. Oh, disable on the Liberator and the Viking here. Trying to get these Marines close enough to shoot that one down. There's the Unsiege and immediately counter-aggression coming out for Endless. Disables all of those siege tanks and will clean it up finally. But... yeah, there's still quite a lot there for Mini-Bjorn, isn't there? A bit problematic indeed. Right. Well, he's not going to go for the counter-aggression just yet. And Mini-Bjorn is moving across the map here. Whew! He's like, alright, I did it. Is that a non-censored command center again? I think there's quite a couple of nerves here from these players right now. Do we have it from Mini-Bjorn? I don't think so. Okay, so now finally Endless is going to be able to start harvesting as well off of those 3 bases. But, I mean, look at that amount of money. Look at that amount of money. Look at that supply right now available for Wannabe Bjorn. They need to keep tabs on one another. Liberator set up on that left side. Need to be careful. Siege tanks might be able to get squeezed their way by and then still be able to kind of lay siege to this command center here. Let's take a look. You know what? Actually, just barely might be able to. Viking here for Endless shows that there's no way that the siege tanks can shoot each other though. But they can shoot Marines that are close to it. Inching himself a bit further, but at the same time the other turrets get thrown down, so does manage to get that siege tank cleaned up here. And we again have a massive army here for Mini-Bjorn, which should be able to push his way through. Also, oh my god, Endless forgot Stim. Oh my dear lord. Or maybe he didn't forget Stim, but he doesn't have Stim yet. Oh my dear lord. Alright, well. Ooh. I mean. Yeah. It's like, you know, I mean. It's gonna be rough. Close your eyes, children. Close your eyes. Anyone that's watching right now, actually, this is about to be a massacre right now, one way or the other. Massive anti-armor missile does land, but how good is it really when you have so much more? GG. Endless. Losing game number 1 there. After holding on that one base there for a really long time, but just not having a real backup plan there after getting stuck on his one base economy there for a long time. Well played by Mini-Bjorn, for sure. And that means we're going to go into game number 2. Game number 2. Oh, man. Oof. It's a tiring day today for me, I guess. It's okay for you, Right, Miguel's asking if the Mini-Bjorn wants to play on the NA server. Yeah, Endless is like, I didn't expect that at all. That's a great surround. What a cool guy, honestly. Lovely to see such good spirits from a young player in the game. What happened to Ghosty? Ghosty was a no-show, unfortunately. We couldn't get in touch with him. We had somebody call him. We had somebody message him on Discord multiple times, and we had to replace him here with another player from the qualifiers, unfortunately. Which is Endless, another Terran player. Now, Endless, he really isn't on the same SR as Ghosty, which is unfortunate. So it is kind of likely that Wannabe Beyond is going to be able to take this one. But we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, Getcha thinks this tournament is a great idea. Thank you. Yeah, we also think it's a good idea, right? We got to give these players an opportunity to get some real experience in, get themselves a foothold overall, right? Kind of get familiar with what the scene is like, what it's like to just kind of play in these types of tournaments, get a bit of experience, and then just kind of see where it might be able to take you, right? Because, you know what, taking decisions uninformed, never a good idea, right? Never really a good idea. You always want to try your best to be as informed about your decisions as possible. And if you already have some experience with these types of competitions, right, in the junior leagues, not just kind of experience where you're like, okay, I'm going to sign up for this tournament with people that have been playing this game for 10 years longer than, well, I've pretty much been alive for. It becomes a little bit tricky, right? This definitely gets the heart rate pumping a little bit harder. You might actually win the tournament, right? You might be the champion of your generation. And that's just really cool. That's a cool thing. And if you think so as well, we do have a Patreon page. If you really want to see this tournament succeed, that is the place to do it. You can see the thing right there. And I believe Sushi, you know what, Sushi probably is going to link it in the chat right now as well, because he's just a go-getter, right? He's a real go-getter with everything. Man. All right. Good job, Sushi. Good job with the go-getting. It's nuts the amount of effort and support Sushi is giving to everything Alpha X does. Anyway, much appreciated. Much appreciated. Guys, here we go. Game number 2 between these two Terran players. In the bottom left side, we have ourselves the American, slightly not blue Terran player. He is 1 point down, and he is Endless. At the top right side, we have ourselves a red Terran player fighting from Belarus. He is none other than Wannabe Beyond, also known as Mini Beyond, of course. When will the game start, guys? Well, about 2 minutes from now. Minus 41, 42, 43 seconds. Mark, well, I'm glad you weren't here, Mark, when we were waiting for the other player to to arrive, because that took a long time. It took a long time to get all of that settled, to figure out what we were going to do. Endless is the replacement Terran right now for the German Zerg youngster. Actually, I think Ghosty is also a very young one. Let me take a look, actually. Ghosty is like, I think 13 years old, right? Is that right? 13, 14, something like that. He's still very young anyway. Guys, thank you so much for those follows as well. SC2 Outsider and Armagadillo. Zoobity boop. Yabba Thank you. Thank you for those follows, guys. It's much appreciated. Anyway, bottom left side, we are gonna go with a one gas expand. The same thing here on the top right. Mini Beyond wants to be macro here in a little bit. I don't blame him. I mean, if you feel like you're better than your opponent, you might as well go for that macro game, right? Especially if your opponent also, the previous game, already indicating that he wants to go for the macro games. So you don't have that much to worry about in that sense, right? It's not like it's very likely that you will get cheesed in that sense, but Somehow I feel like Ghosty is a better player. Yeah, Ghosty is a better player than a lot of people, though, to be fair. Endless, a very nice player too, though. He was available. We didn't want to just go straight into the finals here, and thus we had to get a replacement. It's the 15-year-old American Terran right here that, you know what, was available. Sometimes that's what you need to have happen in life, right? You just gotta be there at the right place at the right time. It's kind of what happened to me with casting for Alpha X as well, in a way. I always gotta make it about myself. That's right. I love myself. Yeah. Anyway, safety bunker here from Endless. Not the most common thing you see in TVT. But, you know, I can definitely help out quite a bit here against a pesky opponent that keeps messing with you. Indeed, much love to Alpha X. And, of course, Alpha X Sushi. That's right. You better remember. Barracks and a starport with a tech lab here. Very common, of course. We want to have those ravens popping out. This is a little bit less common, though. A fusion core in this top left side of the map. Are we going to go straight into battle cruisers? That is rather interesting. Especially because, well, we saw Endless going for a lot of ravens. And ravens kind of the ultimate counter to battle cruisers, right? So we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, that is a tech lab. That is very, very likely to be ravens. So, well, I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see how that unfolds. And yeah, you can't get a raven now either, right? Because that means, oh my god, he makes his second starport here? Is he gonna go double battle cruisers? Double battle cruisers? Or is he gonna add a reactor here to get Vikings out with this? Oh no, he isn't. Oh no, he isn't. That's double battle cruisers. Now, he doesn't quite yet have the money for that second battle cruiser to start, but we'll get started pretty relatively soon. I would imagine. As soon as he has the money for it. They are quite expensive after all. Things like 400 minerals and 300 gas. Something around that ballpark. It's pretty much a mothership, right, that you're building. But then it doesn't cloak everything. It doesn't have a spell to slow things down, or a teleportation. Well, I guess it does have teleportation, but just not teleportation for the rest of your army. How Wannabe Bjorn played with Ghosty? No, unfortunately, Ghosty wasn't here, guys, so Endless did jump in for us as a replacement. Much appreciated from him coming in to save the day and give us still some StarCraft 2 to watch. And, yeah, is what we're getting right now. I'm interested to see how many ravens we're going to get out of Endless in total, right? Already up to 1. Going up to 2. We did see him go up to even 3 that previous time. Could be pretty darn potent here. Now, the battlecruiser kind of rush, right, is it's a lot more aggressive. It's a lot more capable of ending a game very, very quickly if it does go into favor for the battlecruiser player. And he's hiding them as well relatively nicely here, right? So it's going to go up to 4, I believe, before... And you know what? Actually, stacking them up on one another. Is he going to teleport? Okay, no teleportation just yet. He's going to play it safe. Going to try to expand to a 3rd base. Keeps that SCV alive as well. Yeah, is in fact a 3rd Raven as well now on the way here. Ravens could be rather problematic. Oh, there they are. There's the battlecruisers now. 3 battlecruisers. We do have a good, reasonable amount of stuff against this, but already losing a good amount of those SCVs as well, of course. 1 Yamato cannon still landing. Actually, all of the energy of those ravens getting used up, another one getting targeted, and another one getting Yamatoed, so that's about everything. And now with some nice micro moving back and forth between his ledge, I mean, maybe Bjorn will be able to get himself the victory just off of this one. The 3, 4, make that 4 battlecruisers coming on in. Now on the prowl to go well, kill some Marines here. Hellions as well coming in on that third base that was trying to be constructed. Targeting down all of these Ravens. And yeah, just Marines solely, not enough to hold back battle cruisers. The Cyclone is a nice touch, but there you have it. GG is called. Wannabe Beyond takes game number 2 as well. Alright. Up, guys. Hold up. I had to add some logos here, apparently. Remember as well, there is a lovely group of people called the Global Clan. They help provide a lot of well, support for this tournament overall. And there we go. Yeah, let me actually look up exactly again. I mean, I know they are recruiting people for all sorts of different types of gaming genres. Let me see. So, yeah. So Global Clan is a multi-esports organization that funds and sponsors multiple tournaments across all genres of games. Ranging from $10 tournaments to 1,000. They have an esports team in Warcraft 3, for example, but are looking to pick up players and teams from many different esports, including StarCraft 2. So, well, if you are interested in submitting an application, go check it out on the forums. Well, go check out the forum on Twitter and the website of Alpha X, and you will be able to get that one. Can I still buy replays from Alpha X? Yes, you can. They're available on the Matcherino page. So, also, let me quickly get this sorted, guys. Let me quickly get myself these things saved. Sorry, guys. I swear there's nobody proxying in the game. There's nothing crazy happening. Just need to quickly get this sorted. Bloop. Bloop. Right, lovely. They're on screen. Quick. Alright, I'm gonna... We'll do this next in between the game, alright? There we go. It's the best of 5, 2 points on this, Wow, this could be troublesome. The dark blue Terran player in the top left side, we have ourselves a little Belarusian man. He's only 12 years old, but he is a gosh darn master class Terran player. And he's proxying. Alright, well, never mind. I lied. He is a wannabe peon. Bottom right side, we have ourselves a slightly less blue Terran player. He's gonna get a little bit cheesed upon here. Let's hope he's gonna do alright. He is the one and only Endless. Okay, now we are looking at the Reaper Rush here from Mini Bjorn. Is getting himself a second gas with this one as well. So far, Endless not having the fullest of awareness that this is happening just yet. Even gonna start his command center here before he fully scouts what is happening here. Now, I mean, this is not a good sign, is it? Seeing only like 5-7 workers mining here and then the rest of them on gas. You're gonna have to scratch your head here a little bit. Be like, wait, what? I mean, don't you want to play the game? What is happening here? One Reaper already setting up on that high perch there, trying to be safe. But little does he know, soon he will be visited by the Reaper of Christmas Presents and the Reaper of Christmas Past. And the Reaper of Christmas Future, of course, will be coming in later on, as that's the future. Some nice micro so far for the Mini Pion. And yes, okay. I mean, that Command center still in production. We're not seeing any bunkers being created. There is a Hellion on the way. I don't think he's fully aware that this is a triple Rex just yet, because we need to have more than just what he's doing to happen as a response to this. Otherwise, this is just gonna, yeah, snowball, and there you have it. The quick quitting and tabbing out of that one. You know what, Endless? We appreciate him for jumping in here, trying to remedy the situation a little bit, right? Still giving us some StarCraft 2 there, but yeah, unfortunately, not quite at the same level as Wannabe Beyond just yet. Let me get these logos in here. These are the other teams that are helping us out, donating money, and they are much appreciated. I did not get the memo that I needed to be on this one as well in time. Unlucky. But you know what? They're here now. There you go. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry from those teams. If you're very, very much appreciated helping us out with all of this. And you know what? You deserve to be on that spot. And there you have it now. There you are. Anyway, alright. We're going to go into the finals now. The best of 7 finals. With none other than Wannabe Beyond and Mr. Arog Fire. The gonna be a pretty gosh darn tight series here, I would say. Alright, anyway, we're looking at the finals here. This one should be pretty darn good, I'd say. Both these players. Let me actually take a look. Wannabe Beyond getting into the semis twice here. Season 4 and Season 3. Never reaching the finals though, so this is already a first for him. The 12-year-old in Season 3 managed to get the 1-3 loss against Young Yakov. And we have ourselves Season 4, of course, as well, where he also lost versus Young Yakov. Alright. Alright. Anyway. His opponent. Not gonna be Young Yakov this time around, right? So twice when he did make it into the semis, getting thwarted by Young Yakov. This time around he's gonna be playing against Arog Fire. Arog Fire, as we said before, always second place. Not first place just yet. Will he be able to do it this time around? We're gonna have to wait and see. Live graphic editing, that's right, that's right. Alright. Alpha X heart. What kind of heart is that actually? What is that? Look at that. Is that your own? Oh my god, that's pretty dope. That is pretty cool. Alright, anyway. We're getting started here, guys. The best of 7. Let's hop right into it. Who's gonna wear the crown of Season 6? Will it be... You know what? Whoever it will be their first time as the champion here. Their heart's gotta be racing, but you know what? It's one of those things that you're gonna have to learn to control to calm yourself down again. Nerves can be as much of an opponent as the actual opponent in these types of situations. Anyway, in the bottom left side, we have ourselves the Frenchman, the Red Protoss from Alpha X. He is Arog Fire. The top right side, there he is, the young Belarusian Terran. He's only 12 years old, and he is in the blue. Top right, Wannabe Beyond. A little probe on the excursion here. Trying to sneak a peek into the barracks right here while it's under construction. Your LB SCVs coming in. You're not supposed to see that while it's under construction. We're not done yet. Give us some time. It's like somebody sneaking into a museum before the actual show starts, right? Something like that. Or somebody getting a backstage or in backstage where they're not supposed to be. It's what I like to pretend to is happening whenever I scout with a worker. Cybernetics core and a Nexus on the other side. You know what? Very standard stuff here. Going for the Reaper first. What else would you expect from Mini Bjorn, right? Only the best. Only the best. Better than all the rest. Probe quickly having to return there. We're seeing that Marine coming out. Mini Bjorn now on top of that worker line. Might be able to get himself a probe or two. Oh, needs to be careful. Don't want to get surrounded by those probes, of course. In comes a bit of micro here. See if he will be able to keep that Reaper alive so far. Doing alright, but that Adept still at a long distance here. Trying to boop him away. Buy himself some time. Getting a bit of a healing happening as well. It's going to get him slight extra shot off. Oh my dear lord. Alright, full HP again. Here he goes. And does manage to just barely squeeze himself by here. And get to safety just before that Stalker arrives as well. Some nice little micro there from Mr. Mini Bjorn. Who's going to go for the Widowmine drop here. He's going to be met with the blink. Did he actually see the blink here? Well, he saw the Twilight Council, so that on its own already quite the big deal. Oh, needs to lift up those supply depots. Doesn't really get it. Maybe he thought that share was going to finish sooner and it was just going to walk right into that Widowmine. Unfortunately for him, not going to work out that way. And now he might lose a couple of those SCVs. Actually, just losing one. There's still quite a bit of lost mining time though, of course. As you can see, yeah, that's it's quite a bit of mining time. Okay. Now, Wannabe Bjorn. What is going to be his follow-up here with the Widowmine drop? How much is he going to be able to get done? Is Ericfire going to get himself into a good position to hold this? He's already had quite a good amount of practice, of course, against Baby Marine. But you know what? If we are supposed to believe that TVT says a lot about how good a player is, then you know what? In the previous, well, what's it? Group stage. I believe we saw Wannabe Bjorn going up against Baby Marine 2-0, I want to say. Might be wrong on that score, but I know that Wannabe Bjorn did manage to beat Baby Marine there. Anyway, so is this gonna be translating into the TVP matchup as well? Is he gonna be able to just barely squeeze a victory away from Ericfire here? Is he gonna be stuck to that second place once again? Will we have Wannabe Bjorn finally, after getting into the finals for the first time, immediately get himself into the first place position? Position. Sorry guys, my accent sometimes is it's horrible. Anyway, it shines through at the worst times. When I'm trying to say things is when it happens. Slightly aggressive Stalker movements here, coming for Ericfire, trying to get them across the map here. Quite a couple of them as well. We'll keep a lot of this dropping at home. Ooh, nice blinking away. Getting a good couple of shots off, not taking any hull damage. Stim and Combat Shield still in production as well. Might be able to clean up some of those Widowmines there actually, right? Let's see if he still goes for it. Okay, he doesn't so far. Playing it extremely safe. Doesn't want to overcommit with these stocks. He only has 5 of them after all. I think they're more so meant to be here as units to kind of keep tabs on his opponent, right? Is he coming across the map? Is he trying to do some sneaky attacking here? What is really happening? And so far, you know what? He's just you know what? Trying to saturate his main bases. Twilight Council getting those upgrades, and yeah, just doing good stuff overall here. But you know what? Still, as well at the same time, gonna be able to pick off a medevac there. Not too bad. Let's take a look at the units lost tab. 1 medevac and 2 marines. I thought he got a couple more marines there, but you know what? 2 marines still pretty nice, right? I mean, it's not nothing. Oh, targeting that. It's Raven there. Getting it on half HP. Yeah, you can't heal that one with the medevac, so nice lasting damage. Might be able to pick it off at some later point. The scan here revealing quite a big Protoss Gateway army. Not one he wants to commit to try and have a fight with. Arrowfire already sending a couple of Zealots though across the map as well. Realizing, you know what, if you are going to attack me, I might be able to get some damage on across the map here with a couple of Zealots. Intercept some Marines trying to move across. But not yet gonna be the case. Anyway, Ghost Academy on the way. +2/+2 for Arrowfire as well. As +1 armor only now getting started here for Mini-Björn. Alright. Alright then. Third base as well. Let me take a look, another glance at that income graph here. Alright, yeah, definitely looking like it's pretty favorable for Mr. Arrowfire, the young Frenchman. He's also gonna try to do some multi-pronged harassment here, perhaps. Or just, you know what, a single drop. Who knows, that could be the case as well. It's a little bit rough to get these types of drops and stuff to work, of course, when there's only 2 bases where you can really try to do this. As soon as this third base lands, it might provide a couple more opportunities for Arrowfire really to get something to work out here. The War Prism scooting on by. Alright, well, never mind. Gets on out of there again. Zealots at the front door. I think he did see a couple of those SCVs mining there. Oh my. Actually, Mini-Björn comes in with those... oh my god, that was close. And again, maybe that's a good thing, not having all those Zealots swap in there. That was a lot of money he was trying to invest into this drop, but... no, Wannabe Björn was right on top of it. Was able to thwart that quite handedly. Was quick with the reaction of his army movements. Ready with the defenses. Alright, once more, will try to take his chances across the map here. Scan sees the army of Arrowfire. Still feels comfortable enough to keep moving forward. Has a lot of Widow Mines. A good amount of Ghosts as well. So, I mean, as long as he gets that AoE damage going. Oh my god, that's a massive anti-armor missile here. And a disable as well, actually, on the War Prism. So there's no... oh my... that's a very nice maneuver there with that Raven. Very quick call there from Wannabe Björn to jump on that opportunity. And yeah, that means there were no storms available there. Arrowfire having to play very defensively here. Wannabe Björn once again. You know what? Kind of nice positioning here. Let's see how he does against those Zealots. Pretty reasonable split so far. Need to be careful. Can't afford to get all those Zealots. Keep getting shot by the Widow Mines. Does clean it up right now, but army supplies eerily close together right now. About 100 for each of these players. Mini-Björn wisely backs up, gets together with the rest of his reinforcements. But of course, that War Prism with all those storms still available. And oh my, he is not in a position here to really help out this. There's a cancel on that base right now. 2 Stalkers quite literally on the wrong side of the fence. Force Fields is interesting here. And there's some nice EMPs as well. But you know what? The High Templar do manage to get out. And the storms are landing quite nicely as well. But reinforcements for Wannabe Björn now might be able to set up a surround here. There's 1 EMP landing before a storm does. I don't think we have much remaining storm-wise. I thought there was 1 more, but EMP lands right on top of it. And not too much remaining here anymore for Everfire, who's not able to reinforce this position without a War Prism, of course. He is killing a lot of SCVs, though. 22 so far. Gonna get destroyed, and he's moving in with even more Zealots, so he's feeling comfortable that he should be able to take this one, I'd say. Let's see if that feeling is the right one. Okay, no, it does move backwards. And you know what, after getting that many SCV kills, that's definitely what he should be doing, right? Just back up and let that economy do its thing. Look at that, extremely high going curve on that income graph right now, into the favor of the young Frenchman. Third base, though, might be in trouble pretty soon with quite a large portion of the forces of Wannabe Beyond still coming in here. A lot of SCVs as well. He's really committing right now, and Arrowfire decides to move backwards here. Doesn't want to take the base trade just yet. Wants to still try and take on this army right now. Let's see if he is able to do so. EMP's landing on a couple of the High Templars so far. More Zealots coming in from the other side, though. Here we go. The High Templar in that War Prism need to get some good storms. There's one, there's two, there's three. Very quick clicking, and there's not that much remaining anymore. Those Medevacs extremely low HP. The Stalkers chasing after them. Oh my god, they're so low. There's goes one. Two remaining with, well, just a bunch of low HP units in there as well. And this is now double trouble for Wannabe Beyond, of course. Losing a lot of SCVs on this side of the map, and then trying to go for the counter-attack immediately, and losing his army as well, pretty much. Now, without too much remaining, will Arrowfire be able to start pushing forwards and through the overall bridge here? It looks like he's once again just gonna back up and try to recuperate his forces here. Gather up that the overall energy on the High Templar. Set up shop again. Upgrade wise, you know what? Arrowfire has been on +3/+3 here for a little bit, and +3 weapons is coming up for Mini Beyond. Couple of Zealots, hello sir. Like, alright, oh, wrong base. I'm sorry, weren't supposed to be here. It's like they walked into the wrong toilet. Anyway. Actually a really good scan there. Good foresight. Is able to kind of spot the army movements here. But then again, I mean, looking at the army supply here, 113 versus 85, definitely in favor of Arrowfire. Now, that's not unwinnable for Wannabe Beyond, but he needs to land most of his EMPs perfectly, and those Widow Mines need to get good connections. Otherwise, this is going to look very one-sided. Okay, there's one good EMP. He kills up the Zealots as well to top left here. We'll be able to reinforce his forces now with the units that he sent over to that location. There's the EMPs and the Widow Mines. They get reasonable connections, but is it gonna be enough still? Wants to watch out. Nice EMPs on the High Templar, but still so many storms. And there you have it. GG is called. First game going into the Red Frenchman's favor. The Alpha Axis strikes with a with a precision strike with a counter attack, and is able to take that first game here. Let's see if he will be able to carry that onwards with the second map. Second map choice will be Wannabe Beyond's. Looks like we are doing losers pick here for the finals. I always forget. I always forget. Anyway. Oh, it's getting cold in here, guys. So I'm going to quickly close my window. Alright, I'll 1 second, please. It's a lot darker now, isn't it? Let me try to turn on a light here. If I can. If I can reach. So far away. So far away. Alright, I got it. I got it though. We're good. We're good. We're lit up. Lit AF. Right? That's what the kids say these days. Anyway, first game going into Eric Fire's favor. Let's see if he will be able to do that a couple of more times. Here we go. Alright. Best of 7. 1 game down. Guess I missed that. Oh, I guess I'm not in this. Here we go. Alright. There, it's now working. It's now working. I was trying to do the scores without actually being inside of the game in a way. Right? When you're still all tabbed out of the game. Anyway, you just think you're tabbed in because it's borderless windowed mode, so it appears like you are, but you're really not. Anyway, the Belarusian Blue Terran here in the top left side. Getting a follow from Jay Reesing. Mid thingamajig. Anyway, thank you so much, dude. The Belarusian Terran here in the top left side. He's blue. He is only 12 years old and would like to see himself on a big world stage. If StarCraft 2 hasn't died at that point, are his words. Anyway, he's wannabe Pion. Bottom right side, we have ourselves a Protoss player. Hailing from France, he's none other than the Alpha X Arogue Fire. Arogue Fire. FIFA La France. See if he will be able to carry himself towards victory here. There's some opportunities may present to him here with this probe. We'll try to get a slight delay on that command center after seeing there's no second gas. Wait, is he just gonna go back here? No, okay, no, he's gonna go back. Okay, just making sure that there is in fact a command center going down. Cheaper Trash, thank you for that follow as well. Much appreciated. Hope you're having yourself a good time here with the Junior Cup. Second Nexus also in time here at the regular moment of interval of seconds and minutes. Coalescing, which what makes up time overall in the end, doesn't it? Ooh, that's the dead probe. Didn't get to see too much there anymore with the rescout. We'll have to wait for that adapter to come out to really get some insight on what is happening there. Immediately gonna chrono out that Stalker as well. And once more, getting himself the Twilight Council here, right? It is the strategy people do these days. And it's working out relatively well for the Protoss side today, so it's kind of reminiscent of the Adept life as well, right? In the PvZ. But yeah. Alright. Proxied Starport as well. We'll be trying to get those Hellions into the worker line as quickly as possible here by getting that Proxied Starport up and rolling. Well, if we have seen this happening before, right? He's gonna try to kill the dog. Not committing to any shading there with that Adept so far. But you know what, this is already nice, right? He sees that there is in fact those Hellions being created. He sees that the factory is still on the reactor. So I guess he kind of wants to know whether or not those were Widowmines or also Hellions. And now he sees the 4 Hellions. So that definitely should give you a bit of a heads up. Like, alright, this could be quite a bit of aggression, right? This could very well be that proxy Starport with a medevac. But instead, actually, we're having a Liberator. That's pretty nuts. Yes, your level of APM. I mean, is this it? That's pretty high. He's a pretty darn quick little lad. Same goes for Mini Bjorn. Have to wait and see if that's going to carry them to victory, though, of course. The Reaper nade might be able to bounce those stocks away a little bit. And there we have it. The Hellions do manage to get in here right on top of the workers. Oh, the workers bunching up a little bit here. Need to be careful. Don't let them get AoE down too much. Liberator in the main base as well, of course. Alright. Here we have the Liberator now as well. It does get spotted, but 9 workers do fall here. We're playing the last game. Yeah, Ghosty, I'm not quite sure what happened to him. He may have overslept. He may have just... I don't know. He may have just forgotten about it. It's a rough one. So Endless TV replaced him. It's a United States Terran. Or Terran based in the US. And, no, I think he's like 15 years old. So he did qualify for the Group A of the groups stages. So he was around and he was... able to participate here for that second, well, best of 5, the semis. We didn't want to have nothing, so that is why we went for it. Let's see, this is something we've seen before from Wannabe Beyond, but he's gonna go for a reactor on that factory here, right after getting himself a couple of siege tanks as well. Jinru, thank you for that follow as well. As oh, I already called out Cheaper Trust, that's fine. Oh my dear lord. Siege tank not in position there for a moment. Stalkers blink right on top of it, get it killed down, and oh my, oh my, oh my, Wannabe Beyond. What is happening to you? Good sir, this is not looking all too pleasant right now, and that goes the reactor as well. GG is called. A second game going into the favor of Arrow Fire here. Who is now, you know what, slowly accumulating quite a nice lead. I mean, one more win in Arrow Fire's name, and that means he's going to be on match point, right? That means he only has to, well, he only has to win twice. Wannabe Beyond has to win 4 times in a row now. Well, not in a row just yet, but you know what I mean. You catch my drift. You catch my drift. I hope he can just kind of mentally reassess the situation in a way, right? Kind of recenter his attention and just keep his focus going on the game, which is an important skill that you need to learn in a lot of competitive sports and things. But you know what? Just kind of the age might be a problem here, right? Because well, your own mental state, in a way, might be as much an opponent as your actual opponent. In a way, because you're not acclimated. You're not as well acclimated to the entire situation of a big tournament, right? You're fighting in the finals. You're being casted. People are looking out for you. This is going to go on Liquipedia, right? This is going to be your chance to say like, alright, well, I was the best of my generation here, at least for this moment. In this season 6, I managed to be the best. And, well, I mean, hearing these players talk about the kind of inner competitions, the little rivalries that are going on, it's got to be a nice point to be able to bring to the table. Let's see if it's going to be able to be a comeback settling in here for Wannabe Beyond. We'll have to wait and see. Here we go. Game number 3. Game number 3. That's the wrong person I just gave points to. You know what? I'm going to turn them around. There we go. I always like it if the red player is in the top right to have the scoreboards of him as well on the top. I'm going to try to pay more attention to that. Just a slight little bit of detail. Overall, upping the production value of these types of things. In the top right side, we have ourselves a red Protoss player for Alpha X. He is the Frenchie. 13 years of age. Arrow Fire. His opponent in these finals, will he be able to start mounting a comeback here? He's 2 games behind right now. Needs to stay calm, stay the course, and reassess the entire situation as well. At the same time, he is the blue Terran. He is on platoon, right? Isn't he? Let me actually double check this, guys. My apologies. Hold up. We're going to do this right, alright? We're going to do this right. We'll restart the entire introduction here. If he isn't, if he is, that would be a good thing. Otherwise, you know what, we're gonna restart it anyway. It doesn't take too much time, right? It's fine. They deserve it. Yeah, he's in platoon. Alright, so the platoon blue Terran in the bottom left side right here is from the Belarus. Only 12 years old and an absolute beast in this game called StarCraft. Is he going to be the new Clem? He very well might be. Anyway, he is wannabe Beyond. I mean, he is scary, guys. Yeah, I'm not even sure if Clem was this good at the age of 12. He may have been. Because I wasn't watching Clem. The tournament didn't exist when Clem was 12. But holy moly, Wannabe Beyond definitely piquing a lot of people's interest, and would be nice to see him get all the way to the top at some point, of course. Really get himself on some public stages as soon as the offline tournaments again start rolling in as well. At the same time, though, Arrogfire, of course, also a very, very tough opponent here. A player that is very committed to trying to improve every single season, and he's definitely showing it here. He got second place in the first season, then afterwards he had a little bit of a, well, I want to say slump, but you know what, he still qualified a couple of times, well, both times, but only really getting back into the semis in the Season 4, then the previous season, Season 5, once again getting second place. So Arrogfire, 2 times second, never first. It's a pretty cool story as well, right? It's a little bit of a mini-Sue, a mini-Sue interaction. But, well, it doesn't look like he's as cursed as Sue was at the time, because he's doing pretty darn well. Although maybe I'm calling this one a little bit too early. Of course, there's still, well, 2 more wins that he has to acquire here before we can really claim a victory for him. Getting off a couple of SCVs, that's a good start. Gets a full scout as well. Sees the Widow Mine, which is, you know what, not unimportant to have occur. Yeah, that adept should die off him. Does get killed, but definitely very much worth. I mean, look at that. Full scouts gets, like, what, 4 kills as well. That's pretty massive. That is pretty darn massive. 1 robotics facility here as well now being constructed. 3rd base. With that blink upgrade, Arrogfire should be okay, especially knowing that there's Widow Mines on the field. Should have some Stalkers ready in position and be on the lookout on that mini-map here to spot that medevac coming in. Does he have observers here? He doesn't quite yet, right? Okay, yeah, he doesn't have the robotics facility, of course. Did warp into more Stalkers. See, they are... Yeah, okay, so has 3 over there, 2 over here. Let's take a look at what his reaction will be. How quick it will be. There he goes. Alright, nice quick pull away. The medevac does drop his load, but... Ooh, actually does get a Stalker there. That's pretty nice, but will he lose it? Yes, he will. Okay, kind of equaling out the losses there. But losing... I think that was 1 probe and a Stalker there. I think the other probe died in another location. Hallucination on the base of Mini-Pian. Getting, once again, a pretty solid scout here. Now we have Stim and Combat Shield both on the way, +1 as well. Could be looking at a 2-base timing attack here still. And so far, what is the real tell here is, of course, whether or not we're going to see 2 more barracks being thrown down. Whether it will be an all-in or not, or if we are going to see a 3rd base eventually being constructed here, as the minerals should be going up steadily here. It looks like we will be having a 3rd base, I want to say, but looking at those minerals, it's going to be a tough call. Still not quite clear. Still using everything for the production. On the other side, you know, getting him, Eric Fire getting himself charged, +1/+1 as well. Doesn't want to fight against the the other turret, but Observer gets picked off because, well, the Raven does see invisible units here, of course. Gonna be a bit more tricky to keep tabs on his opponent now. Nice blink away. Might be able to get out with a mine, and there you have it. You know what? It's the little things that count, right? It's always the little things that count. Like not losing these targets. That's a nice thing. Okay, there is the third base being constructed for Mini Bjorn. He still wants to do quite a bit of damage here, though, but it's not completely committed to an all-in. That being said, he would love to get himself a good amount of damage on those gateway forces. Maybe a couple of probe kills as well, at least, right? But how much are you realistically gonna be able to ask here to really get... Oh, that's a nice... only getting 3 units. Anti-armor missile, just... you know what? Good attempt, good effort. Scans the army, once again deciding, you know what? Maybe that's not the best fight right then and there. Let me try a different area to strike from. Kills off the warp or the Xel'Naga tower. 3 zealots here on this third base location. Still looking, waiting for that third base to be thrown down. These scans, man, they are quite ominous, aren't they? You don't have vision anymore of the Terran army, but you're like, alright, well, you could go this way, you could go that way. But Erogfire actually, he's doing a really good job having a Zealot continuously on the Xel'Naga, moving one over there once more. Observer on this top ledge right now. And then just having his army in the middle, so always will be able to adjust in case it is necessary. Ghost Academy and Templar Archives, the arch nemesis of buildings here. Both being constructed at the same time. Mini Bjorn really likes to just have like one medevac of marines ready to intercept drops, doesn't he? It's a shame it's not in the natural though, but you know what, there are still Widow Mines there. Not quite sure if they are behind the refinery as well, doesn't look like it. They are. Right, in come the Zealots. Please don't do too much friendly fire, that's okay. We do have a couple of the Zealots dying off. The War Prism got absolutely destroyed as well, but 7 worker kills. It's nothing to write home about for the price that he did invest, right? 1 medevac and what was it, 4 Zealots? Yeah, but then again, I mean, let's take a look at the income graph here. So, kind of makes it pay for itself again, right? Nice economic lead now for the young red Frenchman. Storm being constructed quite a lot earlier than the enhanced shockwaves. I guess it's a bit more essential for your High Templar to have Storm than the enhanced shockwaves for the Ghost. Still will be able to EMP a High Templar if you need to. You need to be a bit more precise, you need to be a bit closer as well. But should still be okay. There we go. Looks like Erogfire is going to be aggressive now. Robo Facility, another one being added into the mix, as well as Robotics Bay. Already, Erogfire transitioning here. I gotta say, I like it. I like it. Again, one of these really good scans from Wannabe Bjorn. He just has a really good feeling about like when he is very likely to be attacked here. It was a massive EMP too. Just barely not having that enhanced shockwaves though, so only now being finished up. Let's keep our eye on that War Prism. Of course, that was one of the blunders that we saw a couple of times from Erogfire versus the game. Well, in the games versus Baby Marine. Kept losing the War Prism. Will he be able to hold on to his sources right here, right now? There's so many Widow Mines now in this composition as well, though. Massive EMPs once again, landing on 4 High Templar there. And yeah, that could be trouble. Erogfire has to spread out a little bit here. Doesn't want to just fully jump right on top of all of those Widow Mines. Sending out a couple of Zealots. That's good. Sets up 4 Widow Mines there as well. Tit for tat. Let's see, gonna try again here with just a couple of units. Probably didn't want to exactly send in that Archon as well, but... You know what? Mistakes are an easy thing to make in StarCraft. Alright. Now, most of these Widowmines actually not in position here anymore. I don't think Mini Beyond really under the impression that of where this army is. Not completely aware. Right, the Storms might be able to land here as well. Oh my god, a Widowmine landing on top of that War Prism. It's incredibly low right now. 3 High Templar coming in from above, not being able to get anything done. There's the Storms though. Lovely use with those force fields, but is it too little too late? So many Marines with still a good amount of medevacs as well. We'll be able to clean the rest up, and Arrowfire has to go back home again. Well, I say go back home. It's just one Stalker. He's like, I'm the messenger. I need to tell you guys it went horribly wrong. Left alive on purpose by Mini Beyond, of course, to spread fear in the overall remaining ranks of the Protoss Armada forces right now. Assembling themselves across the map. Is going for extended thermal lance, adding in a good amount of Colossi here, first and foremost, going up to 4. Those mines definitely doing a wonderful job in that situation. The High Templar here, well, I mean, the Storms, they were reasonable. Again, we saw Airlock Fire, just a slight mistake, right? It is so easy to make, don't get me wrong, but the High Templar coming in from the other side, and then immediately, you know what, you get punished so heavily. Yeah, that's very rough, and he was in a great position to win that fight, but just because of a small, tiny thing like that, things can backfire very quickly, and that's why the fight went into Beyond's favor there in the end. Now, we do have another attempt at some aggression here, with the Colossi being added in. Not that many Vikings just yet. The Force Shields are okay. Don't catch too many of the Bioforces here. It's a little bit awkward. Does make a lot of those Bioforces stack up though, not really spread out too much. You know, those Storms were absolutely massive though in this situation. Renegade, thank you for that host, dudes. Very much appreciated. Anyway, I think this might be a little bit too much. Again, once more for Wannabe Beyond. And yeah, there you have it. Another point on the board. Arrow Fire. He is crushing it. He is absolutely crushing it. Getting himself another victory here. Putting himself on match point 3-0. 1 point away. Just one little measly win away. Wannabe Beyond 4 points behind. Well, 4 points need to be gotten in a row. He's going through his map choices very quickly here as well, right? I mean, he's already gotten to pick 2 other maps. How many maps are going to be his favorite map? Arrow Fire and his War Prisms. What an adventure. Yeah. Or just High Templar coming in from the backside of the army. The reinforcing High Templar cluster. Getting destroyed, unfortunately, a couple of times. But, hey. It still worked. It still was good enough still. You know what? He focused his attention on the locations which were more important in that situation. And that's why he managed to still grab that win. It's very entertaining to watch 12-year-old pros play StarCraft 2. Yeah, man, it is, isn't it? It adds so much more tension for some reason, right? Because you know that, I don't know, it just feels like it would matter a lot more to them to win these games right now, in a way, you know? It's like the start of something new. A new journey, a fresh new chapter. And yeah, it definitely just adds a lot of flavor to the overall StarCraft experience, right? It's a nice mix-up of the pace sometimes. Just, you know, we know those pro-Koreans are incredibly strong. We know that there's incredibly tough other people as well. From Europe and America, and we know their names. We've seen them so many times. But you know what? These new kids on the block are pretty darn good as well. And they're so young. And you know what? You'd be crazy to not expect at least some of these to be taking some massive games later on. From some big players. Anyway, in this bottom right side, we have ourselves a player that needs to win 4 games in a row. Man, I would just be happy if he gets himself on the board there a little bit, right? I feel like he's just mentally breaking down at this moment in time. At least that would happen to me, right? If I was 12 years old, I was in the finals for the first time. And I would be down 3-0. I would be like, oh God, oh dear Lord, oh, I would just, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to contain myself anymore and just go on autopilot. And you know, and I don't think I would play all that well. Anyway, here's the Blue Terran. He's from Belarus. He's 12 years old. He is 1B from Platoon, Team Platoon. In the top left side, we have ourselves a red Protoss fighting for Alpha X. He is the Frenchman. He is, well, 13 years old. 1 extra year on that counter of experience. He is Arrowgov. Fire! Alright. Well, well, well. What do we have over here? Probe this time around is going to try to get himself some blockage happening on that command center. It's not going to let him have it for free this day. Well, it's pretty close still, so it's okay. It's a slight delay. I don't think Arrowfire will be messing up anything at home. Not going for that beforehand, though, might be an indicator that I'm starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with the entire thing, right? Thank you for another follow there, Fufu no non Aishu. Much appreciated. Sun Duta 88 as well. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the tournament. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Alright, well, sorry guys, I gotta make sure that this is set. Okay, there we go. Sorry, quick distraction. I'm back. One Reaper here, looking for a bit of scouting, does get killed for it, of course. What information did he manage to obtain though? Let's take a look. Did see the Twilight Council, pretty much seeing everything of value, right? Got to see the other 2 gases there as well, so Wannabe Bjorn, he should know what is up. He should know what is coming. And let's take a look at what he's going to be doing in response to this. He's making a tech lab. I'm not quite sure if he's going to be committing. Okay, he's going to make a Cyclone here first and foremost. But with that position of the starport here, it feels like he might be going for some sort of a switch. Get himself, I don't know, maybe some Banshees? I mean, Banshees are pretty darn good against Protoss, I'd say. It's one of those openings you can definitely do. Oh. Arcfire almost coming back around again. Anyway. There's a robotics facility as well being constructed. Once again, the Blink build. Wait a moment. Did I just see that probe moving past the top side? Is this an opening in the wall? Arcfire kinda... make a mistake? Oh no. I don't think it will matter too much, right? We're not having those aliens this time around, so they're not going to be flying into that natural base. Grimper, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated, my man. Welcome to the stream. Grimper's actually a dear friend of mine, guys. Be nice to him. He doesn't know much about StarCraft 2. And, well, Grimp, this is the Young Junior Championships. We have players, well, one of them is 12 years old. It's the Terran right here, and the other one is 13 years old, which is the Protoss. And they're better than about 99.5% of the rest of StarCraft 2 players in the world at the moment. So yeah, they are pretty darn tough. They're in the finals right now. Wannabe Bjorn is a, well, on a little bit of a losing spree at the moment against the Red Protoss. It's a bit unfortunate. He's trying his best here. Gonna be going for a 2-base attack, it looks like. pulling a lot of workers here as well. Might get himself a good opportunity here to get some damage across the board. But yeah, the young Frenchman, the Red Protoss, definitely so far showing his dominance. Asserting his pro gamerness. Blinking away. Look at that blink micro. That is absolutely nuts. Look at the amount of value he's getting from these blink stalkers. Okay, finally he loses one of them. But that took too long. Arrow fire, you're supposed to die quicker with those stalkers. And it's just not happening. Wannabe Beyond trying his best here, of course, to hold up. Trying to do some micro with the War Prism as well. Or the Medevac. The Terran War Prism. Right, you know what? Those siege tanks still in a very good position, though. I think Arrow Fire committing to this fight a little bit too quickly and might still get punished. One extra warp in hit there would have definitely been his saving grace and would have held this attack off pretty handedly, I'd say. But now I'm not quite so sure anymore. Is he gonna be able to push on through here? This 2-base all in definitely working out rather nicely. A warp in on the right side as well gets spotted, and Wannabe Beyond immediately jumps on the opportunity to try and get rid of those zealots, realizing, you know what, I might get flanked by stalkers here as well on the other side. So goes back around, and now Arrow Fire, realizing his mistake, he's trying to be patient, trying to take his time and not overcommit too quickly. Those bunkers, they are finished up now though, and that could be trouble too. Those Marines having a lovely place to fall back upon too. Oh my lord. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of probes dying. But you know what? Overall, he's still okay. He can lose this Nexus as well, right? That is not a big problem. As long as he cleans this up. He's not allowed to lose everything here. That's the big problem. Well, I guess the big problem would be those siege tanks and the bunkers here. Looking at how it's set up as well, it's going to be incredibly difficult for the weapons on the right side to reinforce this situation on the left. The Immortal getting lower and lower here, trying to target down the Vikings, but man, Wannabe Beyond, he is really doing it here, guys. It looks like, oh, a recall gonna be taking place towards that main base. I like that one. Definitely gonna have a better time engaging here, as the siege tanks all on this left side will immediately get on top of it. This is the last stand for Arrow Fire. Does he finally have enough here? It looks like he just barely might have, and GG is called. Arrow Fire looking like he was in a lot of trouble there, but then finally being able to bring it back around. Turning this one on its head one more time and taking the clean sweep there. 4 victories in a row. What a man. What a guy. What a series. Well played there by Arrow Fire. Finally being able to take the crown in the Alpha X Championships here. Congratulations to him. We're going to be doing a small interview here with the Frenchman. So yeah, I'm going to try not to spoil it by asking for questions in the chat right now. Alright, we're gonna go into the channel. Hold up here, guys. Let me get myself sorted, and we're gonna get ourselves a small talk with Arrow Fire. And the victor of Season 6. The champion. The God Mode Protoss from France. Who's only 13 years old. Man. What a fight. What a game. Let's see. Let's see. Who's going to be joining me? Oh, man, that got real close there in the end. That got real close there. I mean, one extra warp in there before he took that first initial fight. Definitely. I don't think that could have gone anywhere at that point. But yeah, that one extra warp in, I feel like that would have saved him a lot of stress in the end there. But yeah, all right. Anyway, I'm waiting for the other players here to join in, and I hope they're not going into the French stream. Let's wait for them. I think also the French casters don't want to come in here until until the player is here, because that would mean they would have to talk more English than they would want to. Ah, Arrow Fire. Hello? Is my Discord acting up? Guys? Wow, Discord is doing weird. Hello? I think the Discord server here is messing up for me. Actually, my entire Discord is messing up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold the phone. Let me try to just restart Discord here for a moment. If it will let me. Wait, my... Oops, okay, okay. Whew. For a moment I thought I was standing still there as well. Alright, well, I mean... What? Okay. Close this. Should have just stayed in the channel. I never should have left. Alright, alright, alright. We're gonna get this interview, guys. If it will be the last thing I do. Let me restart Discord here. Alright. Come on, Discord. Fingers crossed. Hello?
See,
Yes.
Hey, yeah,
Hey,
What's up? Hello. It's working.
amazing.
nice.
So, banana. Okay, so banana, can you repeat your question for the
Yeah,
stream?
yeah. Usually you accept the shade, the first shade against the wall of the Terran. I think it's for a look at the production building of the Terran, right? Why you don't just walk with the adept and shade back?
Because normally there is too many marines in the second base, and so I can't work like enough to go in the first base.
Oh, okay, and
I don't know if
how many Marines is too much for you?
I would say 5 or 6, maybe 4.
Oh, okay, okay, that's all for me.
Okay,
And
Kozan,
congratulations, of course.
Thanks.
Kozan, do you have any question for our young winner here?
Yeah, Eric Fight. Well, first and foremost, of course, congratulations, dude. That's a nice achievement right there to your repertoire. Spilling in some French there. Anyway, were you expecting a 4-0 in that series?
I was expecting to win it, but not for 0, to be honest.
Okay, okay. Being polite about it. I see how it is. Were you happy that you didn't have to face Ghosty? Because I mean, if I'm looking back on it, right? You don't have the best record against Ghosty, right? So were you
Yeah.
happy it kind of worked out this way?
Okay. What? Sorry?
Are you happy you had to play against wannabe Bjorn?
Yeah. But
Nice.
not that much because I didn't know. It was a long time that I didn't play Wannabe Bjorn. And Ghosty, I played him a lot of times. So.
Okay. Would you feel more comfortable against Ghosty now after having played him a lot more?
Maybe a bit more.
A bit more. Okay. That makes sense to me. Alright, was your brother watching as well, or is he just shouting about something else?
I didn't.
Sorry?
Arok?
Was your
Yeah.
was your brother watching, or was he shouting about something else?
I have 2 brothers at the home right now. One is watching and one is not.
Nice. Nice, so they were cheering for you.
Stay close to your microphone, Rockfire. Okay, so I have a question for you, Rockfire. So now you the winner, right? So everyone will want to beat you next season. Who will be in your opinion, your hardest opponent next season if you want to win a second season in a row?
I think Exostriker because I never know if I'm gonna win against him or lose.
Okay, well, PvP,
So,
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is PvT your best matchup at the moment?
I think against better players than me it is PvP, and against a player at my level it is PvT. I think.
Okay. Kozan, do you have any additional question?
Yeah, we can ask him as well. Like, how did you prepare for today? did you just play ladder, or did you have specific opponents you kind of played against?
Most of the time I play ladder, and sometimes I do some custom games, but it is pretty rare.
Okay. Do you feel like you're getting close to the other players in the tournaments right now? Do you guys chat in between matches and stuff like that, or?
Ah, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, with Ghosty, for example, with Exo Striker.
That's really cool. That's cool. The new generation getting friendly with one another. All right. So, you want me to ask some more questions, Miguel? Or
Yeah, I have a last question. We have a lot of French fans who are waiting for you to say maybe some few words. If you have some few words in French for your French fans.
there's also English
Cool.
fans. Hold up.
Well, and some for your English fans in English if you want, but some
Yes.
words in French too. Like in Nation Wars, they always ask to players to say a word in their language too.
I get you. I'm just jealous, okay?
But well, in English and in French if you want.
Ok, so merci du soutien et merci pour tout.
Okay, it's so simple.
Okay. Well, in French, I guess then. Sorry, cousin. Anyway, congrats, Rockfire, for your first win in your third finals in 6 seasons. See you next season. Well, it will be in June. And well, congrats again.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. All right. Well, there you have it. Apparently, the English fans. Sorry, boys. Anyway, I tried to fight for you. Guys, that was gonna be season 6 then for the Alpha X Junior Championships. Go check us out on the Patreon if you want to support this tournament. That's the place to do it. And yeah, what a show! Eric Fire definitely giving us quite a nice finals there. Great showing from him. Unfortunately for Ghosty not being able to join up there always is a bit of a weird situation. We weren't quite sure how we were supposed to handle that one, and we'll try to kind of have a better backup plan perhaps for a potential next time. But yeah, we'll have to look into that one. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting us, and yeah, have a good one. All right, see you later. Bye. Love you all. Bye. Who are we rating, by the way? Who are we rating?